Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806. I love a night. 806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out G. 806. 806.
We're now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Melly Melon. This is the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. This is 806 The Show. We've got a fantastic episode for y'all today. As always, I'm joined by my co-host to the left, R.E.G., the heavyweight champion of the world.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to become light heavyweight, but it's a work in progress.
Work in progress.
Baby step, baby step.
Baby steps.
Welcome.
And my co-host to the right, the man of many jingles, Sanchez.
Jingling, jingling.
What? Jangling.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. Well,
Was that pre-planned? Did you think like, yo, I'm gonna say jingling, that's just gonna hit?
You said jingle, and it fits up in my head. I don't play none of this shit.
I don't play nothing.
my head's just a radio station that keeps switching channels. That's it.
All right, cool.
Different frequency.
Dude,
And back again.
Go, I'm sorry.
And back again. To talk a little football with us. Our favorite street designer is actually, as you can see, he never comes empty-handed. Make some noise for Matt Lewis from Decoded.
Welcome.
The 806 The Show.
Your neighborhood Decoded dealer.
Yeah.
806 The Show.
Thank you guys for having me back.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
It's been too long.
It has.
Right?
It has.
Too long. A lot of bad things have been happening.
No. That's not good.
Yeah. The Cowboys are on TV again.
Yeah.
I was gonna give you a little big. I'm like, let me ease into a
We
topic.
get right into it.
All right, yeah, man.
Dakota ain't doing
looking
it?
slow. It's looking slow.
I was a little tight today. I had to pick up Zeke on my fantasy.
I seen that.
Last minute.
seen
You got something against winning?
It's like, I dropped him.
Yeah, no, it's like Stevenson just got hurt, and I'm like, damn it.
I was like, if anybody don't get hurt, like, I might as well put Zeke in.
Let's go, Zeke.
Nah.
One last ride.
Zeke is going to give you 16 yards a game.
He's in number two now. He's
maybe
been
3 yards a
demoted.
carry.
Yeah.
What did they think was gonna happen?
And that's it. Same thing I said last time. I don't know if you guys remember. We talked about were the Cowboys going to pick up Henry? Were they going to take Zeke? Do you guys remember?
They didn't even try to get Henry.
I said, if I had to pick, I would take him. I feel like he had more leg, more leg in him.
Derrick Henry just won the
Definitely saw
Ravens a
that.
game
And
last
what
week.
ended up happening when the Cowboys played him? Ran all over them boys.
Yep.
Couldn't stop them.
Disappointed.
What Jerry say after that?
We say
We just couldn't afford them.
we couldn't afford him.
Couldn't afford them.
lying sack of shit.
Rich motherfucker.
All money, motherfucker.
Exactly.
I mean, just wanted to add the Cowboys are the most profitable team in the NFL.
Yeah, because the stadium itself.
It wasn't in the budget.
Well, they gave Dak $50 million a year.
Hey, man.
For what? Dakota ain't doing shit.
He didn't do too bad on the pass, Zeke. On that little stint that he had there.
We don't use running backs like that. That's also the only difference. Well, then again, we had to because we had him.
Still like, I don't know.
Linger around.
Clearly, I don't know what Jerry Jones. I think he knows on his way out. He might have gave up because we're all in. We're all in. He didn't sign one person.
I was surprised he signed CD Lamb to that contract.
Yeah, he's
Especially
probably
when
like,
he
yeah,
did
ticket
it.
contracts. I'm gonna be gone in a year anyways.
But you know what's crazy about that? You got homeboy not showing up to practice, not showing up to what was it, OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold out. I get it. Get paid. Go get your money.
Yeah.
But don't fucking come back. And then when you ain't getting the rock, you're dropping the fucking ball. Maybe you and Dak on the same page, so the balls are kind of coming out funny, or they're
Probably
not
should
hitting
with
the
the practice.
target, and you gonna sit there and act like it's his fault. Now, don't get me wrong, Dak be fucking up, but you can't. You ain't that good.
Nah, right,
that you could just miss all this time and then show up and then be mad that you ain't getting the ball or you ain't getting your touches. You know what I mean? Like, I just, it's a double-edged sword, man. You want these dudes to get paid. They're talented. You want them to get paid. Mm-hmm. But every single person that gets the bag, they made it to the top. And there's no other place to go except down. That's just the reality of it. With everything in life, once you peak, where do you go from there?
Super bag.
You go back down. There's nowhere to go.
You're not hungry anymore.
There's no need to be.
My whole family for generations are paid now.
Yeah. Like elementary school, Pop Warner, middle school, high school, the late nights, running pole to pole with the streetlights until they go off. That's all the shit you did to be able to get the bag. Yeah. Those were the hard times.
Yeah.
And once you get paid, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say these guys don't love the game. I'm pretty sure that they do. That's all they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once you're paid, your foot comes off the gas.
Yeah.
Because there's no pride. There's no like, yo, I want to be the best. So, okay, now you're the best. You get paid to be the best. Are you going to continually and consistently be the best, though? No, you're not.
Not everybody's built for that.
No. It's not going to happen.
Get super paid and just like still be superstar.
A lot of people used to, at least. Once you got that, that's great money. That's the highest contract in the league. In 4 or 5 years, that won't be. And that's what they want to, I'm going to give you a bigger contract. But nowadays, people don't give a fuck about that. I'm sorry. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
And they just want that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
They just want that one.
We swear all the time.
I know, but it was weird in that situation. Okay, whatever. They don't want that. They don't want to get even more. They're satisfied with what they got. Just like for me, that's how I feel about the college getting the NIL deals. Like they seem like they're satisfied with what they're getting rather than trying to work to get something better. Mm-hmm. But
that's interesting.
It's a lot of money, but it's not. But you can get more. It's just they don't think like that.
Are receivers the only position that acts like that?
Well, cool. You know what?
Get like little diva-ish.
To answer that question,
Quarterbacks.
Do you remember anybody outside of that position that got paid that we think about?
No.
Nobody gives a fuck if you ain't scoring touchdowns.
That's true,
if you ain't throwing the ball or catching the ball, nobody gives a fuck. What was his name? Stallworth. He played for the Redskins. He got $100 million, I think. It was like the biggest he was on the line.
Oh, yeah. Hainsworth, I think.
Okay, that was his name, right? Hainsworth?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Nowhere.
What? I just remember that because at that time it was like the biggest money ever spent for that position. And
like
maybe even the highest paid player in the NFL. And what did he do? Where did he go? Nobody knows. I don't even know if he retired.
Man, that was a lot wilder. I think he's definitely retired.
You never hear about no tight end like
nobody cares.
you ain't feeding me enough.
I mean, like
somebody
receiver. Like Kittle.
Yeah.
You don't think that he deserves to get paid?
Yeah. He's not getting the ball as much as he should too.
Bro, he's a cool
Bro,
character.
He's a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He does all the dirty work. And then catches touchdowns and gets the big plays, the third down plays that we need.
The safety
that
blanket.
They need. But you never hear this motherfucker talking about money.
Right.
No. You never hear him. You'll never hear somebody like
seen,
Christian McCaffrey talk about money.
True.
You'll never hear them talk
Have
about
you seen
money.
receivers like on Netflix?
No.
Kittle's in that. And
Yeah.
you see like his behind the scenes how he acts.
What's that? Like the top 5 like receivers or
it's like
they follow 5 or something?
Yeah,
It's just like the one they do the NBA now.
Okay.
I seen that game. It was pretty
there's a
good.
quarterback one, and then there's a receiver one. It follows like Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Kittle, and it's
I'm on saying raw.
I think Kelsey asked him like about his contract next year, and he was just like, whatever. Like kind of, he didn't really care. He just cared for the game. He just wanted to have fun.
He's
That boy,
making a lot of money off the court, off the field too.
positive figure in the locker room, just like having fun. He was like a kid.
He's like, my agent will take care of that.
Yeah,
That ain't my problem.
That's what
like, we'll see when the time comes. Type attitude.
I'm just trying to go play football right now. I don't really care.
Touchdowns, you know.
It's cool. It's a cool perspective to see.
But you guys are right though. Like the diva situation is usually the receivers.
It's because some quarterbacks be divas too.
Like throwing quarterback.
I think the biggest diva quarterback of all time is sitting in New York right now. With a bum ass team. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Like, it's like
But-
Getting his coach fired, like
ones that
he's
tapped
playing
into-
well or some shit.
I know. It's the
Come
ones
on,
that,
bro.
Like those vets that were great at one point. They have like
Not
that
everybody's Brady, man.
Little, I know.
You 40, not everybody's Brady.
Like, get rid of that coach.
Right. But he also.
Let's just
But if they get Devontae Adams, that's a whole different team.
going to the Ravens. You seen that post?
Oh yeah, I seen that post. That's weird though.
That is a weird post. Like,
What did he say?
he posted
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe, like a picture of him. Like,
That's wild.
yeah, so
I was like-
I'm assuming that means the Raven.
Well, famous thing is the Raven. He's from Baltimore. The Ravens are named after that. Yeah, so it makes sense. But also, why? Like you're not even in the discussions right now for trades anymore. Especially Ravens weren't even an option at that point.
Maybe
He wants to go. He wants to
Maybe
go to
he's
New
trying
York.
to make that decision for like, yo, I want to go here.
He don't want to go to no Baltimore, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Imagine that trio.
You just thought-
Devontae Adams, Lamar Jackson, and Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry just went crazy. He's like, I don't gotta do much.
He got a big contract.
He just got paid. Yeah.
Money right there.
No, but they can give
See
him a
what
couple.
He can go to.
Marlon Humphreys or something. Some fucking.
I think the Jets' only move to even stay relevant is to trade for Devontae Adams. That's That's either that or you just give up on your season. Because like clearly, what you have right now is not enough.
No.
But for Devontae, if you go to the Jets, y'all gonna fail. If you go to the Ravens, that's that Super Bowl.
Technically, yes.
You know, the lady just fired their coach. The locker room's a little frustrated. You get Devontae Adams there. He gonna come. Aaron Rodgers a little, diva-ish.
I think he's gonna
He's
go
the
to the
biggest
Saints.
diva in the NFL.
You guys got to remember too. Aaron Rodgers played with Adams.
Yeah.
No, it's a good match. I
You know
feel.
what I mean?
He already knows the connection.
Yeah.
Everything.
So is it still there though?
Yeah, exactly. What if they come back and they can't get it like how
That's
it was?
why
You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying the Saints.
Oh, the
The
Saints.
Saints.
Who's over there?
I ain't going to no
Derek
fucking
Carr.
Carr's hurt though.
Carr's hurt. That's
Even
why it
even
might
if he
be
was
like
healthy,
thing.
if I'm a top receiver, I'm not gonna go to fucking.
He seems
Well,
Carr.
they were friends before the the same team, right? In college.
Yeah,
He
true.
seemed frustrated in that show
So,
with
so
Carr.
a lot of these.
But this
I
is
think
boy,
what a
though.
lot of people forget too is like a good football agent, a good agent, and in any sport is gonna want to get you to those top marketing teams.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So Adams, somebody's got to be telling him, your career is almost. You've been playing for a while now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only going to take one slip up, one injury, and then. So where are we going to make money outside of this? That guaranteed money, commercial ads, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
New York.
He's got to either go to New York.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, Dallas is an option.
Imagine him in Dallas.
You know what I mean? But see, that's the thing. I don't think that.
And when if you're not gonna spend money for Derrick Henry, you're not spending money on no fucking.
I don't think, and if they do get him, it shows me and it tells me that Jerry now is desperate, and that's his way of saying, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how he'll do that. He'll never come out and be like, nah, I fucked up. No,
Jerry Jones.
It's the illusion before the confusion. He'll go out and spend big money on something,
31.
and then guess what? Everybody forgets they had a problem with him.
Yeah.
Because he gave him a little piece of cheese, and everybody's happy now. And that's how Jerry's always moved. You know what I mean?
And then you go flex on him. You go pull up on the helicopter in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that was
Like,
good.
what is that?
Yeah,
For what?
is that?
What
Come on,
is
guy.
that about? Just to show your
all
power.
all the
Yeah.
places you can land. You gotta land right under
Let me
50.
just drop my balls on this field.
Real quick. Everybody move.
It's not a winning mentality. It's not a
Look at me mentality.
yeah. You know what I mean? Back
What
to my
other
first
what
comment.
other owner in the NFL is doing interviews weekly?
None.
None.
It feels like he.
Maybe you'll get a craft. Maybe you'll here and there you get an interview from him.
Nah, he's busy at massage parlors.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Every movie that has like a football team and shit, and they're like the dynasty. That's what Jerry Jones thinks he is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna land right here because I won 19 Super Bowl. No, bro, you haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s, early 90s.
We've only won 5.
Only won 5, exactly. The motherfucker act like I won last year. Like, no, bro. 5's good, but it's been a long time.
5's good.
Jimmy Johnson's my guy. It's a long time ago.
Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin's a long time
My
ago.
nigga, yeah.
I almost wore my Michael Irvin jersey today, but
That's a good jersey.
I fuck with Michael
Bro, I
Irvin.
used to have
I feel like
Ever
it's-
I want
Smith.
that Miami jersey,
I don't know
Michael
whatever
Irvin.
happened to that.
Yeah, you didn't feel like getting egged.
yeah.
No, people respect Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin's
Do they?
a G.
Michael
Nah,
Irvin,
Irvin's a G.
absolutely.
I like Michael Irvin.
You've
but I don't
never
know.
heard, but besides,
I was gonna say, hold up. I
I
like
know
Michael
about
Irvin.
Mike, and trust me, I've been with Mike when we was out doing cocaine.
It's a whole different Mike.
Yeah,
a whole different
I know
Mike.
all about Mike. Mike is a legend. You never hear anybody talk about Mike bad.
Right.
Nobody
He's kind
ever
of like
talks
Shannon
about
Sharp without the extra.
Mike. You know what I
Shannon
mean?
Sharp is on ESPN.
Mike is. You
both
ever see
done.
him how he get a whole room hype?
Yeah.
You ever see his speeches?
Yeah.
Shit, I'll run through a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Let me go party with that nigga after, yo. He's that ass time.
He's on Cameron's show now, like as
Yeah, it pops up.
bro, it's hilarious when he comes, and it's like him and like Maurice Claret. They're just like a
Maurice
funny,
Claret?
exactly. Yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah. I fucks with Maurice Claret. For some reason, I was like, where the fuck they find you?
Get a good football freaking.
Brought his ass back.
yeah, right. That's cool.
Mad
though.
funny.
But think about Michael Irvin, that 88. He doesn't want to retire. He wants everybody to keep wearing it. So people keep comparing the new 88 to him. He's like, dude,
okay.
I'm living forever if you do that.
Oh yeah, 88 forever.
Right? Dak was CD Lamb's 88, right?
Is he the most famous 88?
Mike?
Michael Irvin?
Yeah. I can't think of one right now off the top of my head. So
No, just at all time.
Dez was close.
What was T.O.? No,
T.O.
T.O. was
81.
80, 81.
81.
I
Yeah.
don't think it was ever 88.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I
was it?
you know what 88?
Harrison?
Yeah, I was gonna say Marvin
Marvin
Harrison.
Harrison.
But he's not as big as fucking.
Morrison's a fucking god, though.
People forget though, they made offensive pass interference because of Michael Irvin. Like, I don't know if y'all knew that.
I didn't know
He was
that.
a bully.
that.
You know what I mean?
He was a bully.
It's because of Michael Irvin they have the offensive pass interference because he was just like you just say he's a bully, bro. He was throwing dudes around like you try
It's
to
the
jam
Miami
me.
way.
Fuck out of here.
The Miami way.
I used to have the Evan Smith jersey.
Yeah, that shit is
Yeah,
clean.
fuck Emmitt Smith, though.
I'll give you that. Cowboys do have some clean ass jerseys. I'll give you that.
Champion, all white joint.
21, right?
I got an Atlanta Falcons one, all black.
Oh, I like that.
That's the best one right
I got
there. 49ers?
nah. I
used
don't
to-
have a 49.
He's at the Champ Bailey on the Broncos.
I definitely got like 3 or 4 Dion jerseys. I got the Michael Irvin blue joint,
Fire.
but not the navy blue. It's like that
Ooh.
I know what you're
Powder
talking
blue?
about.
royal.
Yeah, I
Royal
know,
blue.
I know what you're talking
I mean,
about.
it's older, but yeah, no, those Cowboy jerseys are clean, especially the all white ones.
Facts. So we're a few weeks. What are we? Week 5, 6, week 5, week 6 of the NFL season.
6.
Who do y'all think is the most disappointing player so far in the season? I know a lot of us play fantasy football. I know a lot of us be betting. Who?
Do injuries count?
I mean, you can count it. Yeah, why not?
Because that changes the conversation. Because I got somebody in my mind.
Injuries count. CMC is
You want me
an
to, can I
asshole.
start? I'll start. Just because he said massage parlor earlier. You know who
The
I'm
dangerously
gonna
horny
say.
Deshaun
The
Johnson?
dangerously horny Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
has
Watson.
been fucking horrible.
I just dropped that nigga.
Good.
I just get out of here.
Good Lord.
I just dropped him for Daniel Jones.
Bro, Daniel Jones is wild.
I dropped him for Daniel Jones.
I feel you.
The first full guarantee contract in NFL history. That might be the worst contract of all time.
What y'all doing?
Deshaun Watson might have the worst contract of all time. I can't think of a
You got
worse.
paid.
He got paid.
He got super paid.
You got paid.
To play
paid
like,
and laid.
Like you got
And
motherfuckers
three-
like Joe Flacco
they
out
sent
playing
3
him, bro.
draft picks, too.
Man, Joe Flacco's a dog, man.
Yo, he's balling everywhere.
Bro, anywhere he goes, man.
Shout out Flacco.
like,
I know what I'm doing out here, bro.
These vets, man. They
I just
come-
can't do it for like 16, 17 games, but I can give you,
Yeah,
I
that's
can
a
give you
good
2 or
one.
3.
I'm old.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Watson was a good one.
Yeah.
I forgot all about him.
Exactly.
That's a good one.
Yo,
I'll give you
playing
that.
horrible.
I got one. I'm
You
going
know-
to say Tariq Hill.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just because, like, man, like, he hasn't.
Yeah,
he's
but
been real
that's
quiet.
not-
We kind
Yeah,
of
that's
forgot.
not all his fault. He
His
has no
quarterback's
quarterback.
gone.
So,
I know,
so mine
man.
was gonna be Tua.
Oh.
Which was,
Mine was gonna
I
be
have him
Tua.
at quarterback and he ruined it. he had to
Anybody that
die.
picked Tariq Hill first round,
Hey.
maybe pick number 3. They not doing
But
too well.
I picked CMC number 1 and he hasn't played yet.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
he's
know.
I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
They said November.
No,
so
he's getting that stem cell shit in Germany.
he went to Germany. He's like, oh, both of your Achilles are fucked.
He's about to go through the Kobe
what?
shit over there. He's gonna
But
be
isn't that crazy how that like I just feel like for a player of his caliber, it feels like it kind of like went under the radar. Like it wasn't really talked about like too much,
I
or
feel
like
it.
people didn't make a big deal about it. Kind of like he wasn't as big of a superstar as he
Yeah.
was. Like let's say if that was
Number one.
just like if it was Jackson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be a bigger story,
That should
definitely.
be all over the news. Like
Yeah,
I'm not saying it
sure.
hasn't been in the news.
Right.
I just feel like people haven't made a big deal about it. Like it's just
We kind of all
whatever.
expected it a little bit.
That's the only problem because he is injury prone and it's a boom or bust. If you get him in fantasy,
I honestly,
he's either going to be amazing or he's not going to play.
But running backs is just like it's only a matter of time. Like father,
So wear
You
down.
just don't know when that
like
time is coming.
I don't think there's any position in the NFL that the father time has a better record against than the running backs.
Of course.
A good run, 4 years average.
Yeah,
crazy.
So all right,
Yeah.
McCaffrey, like you did great, but now like you've been in the league in those Carolina years, you don't just erase those.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like it was
Wear
bound.
and tear gets you every time.
Yeah, and
It's like
I hope
it's
he
it's
comes
double
back,
A.
though.
oh no, he's amazing.
He's good. I like
He's gonna
him.
come back with freaking brand new legs, like freaking
bionic legs.
Bionic legs, bro. I can't wait.
just fresh new freaking ligaments.
That's why I'm waiting until it comes back second part of the season and just fucking tears him. Like, yes,
Yeah,
championship.
you don't let him go.
Yeah, but
No,
you know
hell
what's
no.
crazy? So I stopped playing football because I suffered from Achilles tendonitis and
has,
plantar
yeah.
fasciitis, and I couldn't even play a game of flag football for longer than fucking 7 minutes. It would just the next day I couldn't even get up to take a piss.
Yeah,
To walk to the bathroom, fucking
hurt.
He
that
has
for
it
the
on
most
both.
part that I would literally sometimes get out of the bed, stand up, and then drop to my knees, pause, and just almost want to just cry.
That's
like
it,
it would hurt so bad. So
Oh, yeah.
I could only imagine, what he's probably going through. It's not. That shit sucks, bro. Where you can't even go to the fucking bathroom in the morning and walk. You can't even bend your feet. Like, it's bad.
Calvin Johnson retired because he couldn't bend his legs at all, ankles or anything. He had to slide like the whole way.
Walk like that.
Yeah, that's his wife was saying. Like every morning you hear as he walks to the bathroom. Like he literally couldn't.
Dragging
And
legs.
he'd have to take like a whatever cortisone shot, maybe whatever shot
I
it
took
was
one of those,
on
yeah.
both legs to play a game. That's why he didn't practice much during the season.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
It's like, yeah, it makes sense that you were tired.
I actually have a video of me getting a cortisone shot
Oh,
without any numbing or nothing like that.
This is crazy.
Heard
I'll
that
show you
shit
the video
hurts.
after this. I'll show you the video.
was
but,
That shit.
I'm not a big fan of needles.
that fucking sucked, dude. I'll never forget that shit. And the crazy thing about it is that it's not guaranteed to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
You could be okay for a week. You could be okay for fucking 2 years. Or you
He was getting it every
Like,
week.
this might help.
Right? For now.
that shit did not help.
Absolutely.
Did not help me.
Josh, who do you got as the most disappointing player? You think?
So if we go on injuries, it's CMC for me. But
Yeah, CMC. I would say that.
but for me personally, Devontae Adams.
Oh, okay.
Been a little injured too.
Yeah.
He was little injured,
But-
and he's like, I'm not gonna play.
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah.
what?
So anytime when you're trying to get traded and you miraculously have a hamstring injury, it's
That
always the hammy.
pisses me off.
It's always the hammy. It's just like, like you waited, and then he comes back from the trade deadline miraculously 100% healthy.
Yeah, that's why I hate it. Like I have him on my team, obviously. So for the past couple weeks, it's like out. I'm like, what do you mean? You're healthy. Why are you out? This is bullshit.
His hamstring. That from what I've seen on that receiver show, that organization's a little trash.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. It showed
Great
like
stadium.
It showed like the whole Derek Carr and then Jimmy G coming in and like all the quarterbacks going through, and it's kind of just like, damn, this place fucking sucks. I'm sorry, Devontae.
It's run by the dummy. Honestly,
I think
it's being close was a good thing, but then like it's everybody, it's like everything else. Yeah,
The Raiders are the Detroit Pistons of the NFL.
the Raiders are the Pistons.
Of the NFL.
is there?
They're pretty good teams sometimes.
Raiders, Oakland's where NFL players go to die.
It used to be
Raiders,
Sacramento.
I thought
Nah,
it
there's some
was
people who've walked out of that grave.
I think Tennessee.
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
Randy did.
Jerry Rice.
You know what I mean?
Jerry Rice.
He left to Seattle and did nothing.
Yeah, he was
And
dead.
retired.
He was
But he was there at the
That
end.
nigga was
die.
That nigga died in
He
the
made it
Raiders,
out
nigga.
barely.
I don't know who the fuck was that. That was not Jerry fucking playing in Seattle. I don't
With the
know who that was.
the cornrows that barely got to the neck.
Yeah,
Nah,
that wasn't
nigga,
him.
He has some longevity for
Yo, but I always want to see the Raiders win too, though.
I
like watching
I
those
love the
teams.
team.
yeah.
The
the
crowd,
a little gritty. Like they got
the fans. I like that shit. You know,
like
I
when
like
they-
watching when I watch Cleveland play too. The Browns.
Oh, the Bulldogs.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
When they play at home, I want to see them win. Like I just like as I get older, I just like good football. I like
Yeah,
watching
I appreciate
good-
it.
even if it's baseball. A man taught me a long time ago. I was watching some games and he was just like, "Yo, bro, like, you watch this shit?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Fuck that. I watch playoffs. Playoffs is where it's at." I was like, "Nah, you know, you do that and I'll do me." As I got older, I realized that it's just like, I'm a Cowboy fan, yeah, but I don't give a fuck who's on. If it's a good game, a good baseball game,
Yes.
college game, soccer, and you're sitting there and you're just a fan of sports, you get sucked into that shit. Some people are like, "No, this is too long, it's too boring."
I watch whatever now.
I just
was
love
watching-
good. Just
I was watching the Yankees against the Royals yesterday.
Royals, yeah.
You been watching the Mets at all?
No,
Those games were good.
I know, but I think they'd be mad late and then we going to sleep.
I think what they knock out Phillies.
Yeah.
They won. Yeah. Imagine we get a Subway Series like before. The Mets against the Yankees.
Mets
That'd be
against
awesome.
the Yankees would be legendary.
They need it. It's good for baseball.
Yeah, it is.
You
good
know
for
what I mean? It's
baseball.
entertainment. They
I mean, no.
set up.
Yeah.
It's
For
all
me-
scripted sometimes.
For me, rivalries is what keeps the game
know.
strong, blood pumping. Like that's what
Don't
you
you feel
want.
like
Want
we're
supposed to hate
real
each other,
rivalries.
Man. Fuck the Yankees.
Rivalries kind of died down a little.
That's the problem.
Everybody's kumbaya and wants to be nice.
Kumbaya.
Not
motherfucker.
that, but like even in football, like my favorite game of the year was always Steelers versus Ravens because they were going at
They
it.
still hate each other.
They still hate each other,
I
but
always
then
feel
now
like
it's
a
like
3-point game.
Yeah.
it's
Like
awesome.
no matter what year it is.
2017 or 17
You know
or
what I mean?
14.
It's just-
That's what you want is a hard nosed game. They're hitting, they're blocking, they're actually playing their hearts out. But now it's like obviously one team's a lot better than the other, but still they'll keep it somewhat close because Mike Tomlin. But now this year they're ass. So hopefully that game still lives
Did you
up.
hear
Yeah.
the Mike Tomlin news? So there's a reporter who said, I think it was like 02, 03, the Miami Dolphins interviewed Mike Tomlin for their head coach. This is when Nick Saban was there and left, like, played him. But
Nick
the only
Saban.
reason they interviewed him because of the Rooney Rule. You have to interview like one
gotta
black
go
guy.
one black guy every time.
And they literally wrote down in notes they didn't hire him because he was too hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, why would you write that on paper?
Too hip hop.
Like too hip hop.
Mike Tomlin is
Yeah.
too hip hop.
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
It's-
because when I look at Mike Tomlin,
Such a respectable.
I
man.
don't see hip hop at all. Do I see culture?
Yeah.
100%. I see tough love. I see a coach, a man's man, if you will.
Yeah.
Players all over.
Actually, I see Denzel Washington and Remember the Titans in Tomlin.
Yeah.
I see that.
Is that a
Absolutely.
good comparison?
I see
You
great.
get what I'm
saying?
Never
Yeah,
thought
that's
about that,
good.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's who I see. So when I hear shit like that,
Hold on.
It's because you can't write
I'm sorry.
too black.
I need to take a sip of my decoded water.
I might as well too, right?
You know what? You know what? Might as well.
Decoded
sorry.
Sports, drink up, champ.
So I just got a little thirsty. You guys can continue.
Refreshing.
for all you thirsty ass motherfuckers.
Are you parched?
Go get you some
Get you some Dakota water.
Decoded Sports.
You know what I mean?
Water.
Water. H2O.
That's good.
But continue.
You can't write too black on a paper. You can't write that.
Right, like you just, that's just
what it
things you
said.
just don't write down.
He wanted a certain image
They
for his
hired
team.
they hired somebody else. I forgot the coach's name. They went 2-14.
Yeah.
So clearly,
And then what?
Didn't they
The
have another
Steelers built-
situation about a black quarterback?
Brian something. What's his last name?
Brian Flores, right?
not quarterback,
the coordinator, right?
Coach, yeah.
The coach.
Coach Brian
he
Flores.
sued.
So I have a conspiracy theory about that, and maybe you guys probably heard about this, or I don't know. but
Maybe.
when that was all going down,
Yeah.
Bill Belichick knew that Brady wanted to go to Miami.
by the team too, a little bit.
This was a wrench in the gears from the get-go. This was Belichick making sure Brady never made it to Miami. When you send another coach a text message and say, congratulations on the job.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right? And then you're like, oops, wrong coach.
Yeah,
How the fuck do you have that information before the motherfucker who even went to the interview?
This is fucking
right? Because people are politicking in the back. Mm-hmm. So when he got that inside information, Belichick said, here you go. Sent out that message. Then it turned it into a white and black thing. Homeboy didn't get the job. Shit was all fucked up. Now the guy's suing the Dolphins organization. Now does Brady want to go play for the fucking Dolphins and feel like he's playing for a racist team?
No.
Belichick didn't want to play Brady
Chess,
2 times a
not
year.
checkers.
right?
Checkmate.
Chess, not checkers.
And
That's-
they offered him some ownership too. Brady.
After? Oh, Brady.
They also, that's what he come play with, and some ownership. And, then,
That's like, damn, that's a good
and that was
idea.
gone because of that.
Now Brady is or is trying to own some of the Raiders.
I think he did buy some of the Raiders, right?
I don't know because
I know he did the Aces in the WNBA. I think he went
there
to
was
Raiders
something with
too.
that because like he's not allowed to call the games or something like that
For the Raiders or something.
Yeah,
right?
something.
So he does own some of them, right?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
I'll save comment because I'm not sure.
Yeah, me
but
neither, to be
I just
honest.
know that
He seems like he owns something.
if he does own a part of them, I don't see why.
Okay.
If they get rid of Adams, they're gonna get a lot for him.
I got it right here. Yes, Tom Brady is on track to become minority owner of the Raiders. He wants 10%. It's in the process. Have 10% of the Raiders.
So I feel like if he's
good
involved,
percentage.
if he's involved with that, if they get rid of Adams, they're getting something for him.
Yeah.
Brady knows how the game goes. He knows how it works. He's a smart dude. He's gonna make that happen. But if they're not getting anything for him, cleat up, homie, because you ain't going nowhere.
Quick scenario. As
Better
a Cowboy fan, I want to ask you. The season goes however the season goes. We all know how the season's going to go, but that's just,
Bad.
Yeah.
You let go of the coach. You got Belichick sitting at home.
Yep.
You guys want, you as a fan, would you want that move to be made?
What team?
Belichick for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe.
Here you go. In order for that to happen, to answer your question, long story, yes. Okay? Yes, I do. But in order for that to even happen, Jerry Jones has to step down as GM. He's not going to be able to be GM because Belichick is not going to fucking answer to him. He's gonna,
That's true. That's
he's
true.
not going to answer to him, and Jerry knows that.
That is so
You know what I
true.
mean? He's not going to
That
answer
is.
to him because Jerry don't answer to nobody. Why would you?
I'm rich.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where could you get that at?
I don't know, bro. It's exclusive.
Decoded?
Matter of fact, it is.
Let me take another sip of my Decoded water.
I'm gonna have to sign that.
Dude, frame that shit real quick.
Yeah,
Worse
gonna have to
over
sign
here.
that. But that's how I feel about that. Do I think Belichick could fit in that organization? He's not a player's coach.
No.
You know what I mean? He's
No.
tough love.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a Nick Saban. He's a Bill Parcells guy.
Old guy
These
right there.
These dudes are old school, and they're not there to hold people's hands. And
Right.
so, quick story. I was hanging out with Devin McCourty,
Oh, shout out Devin McCourty.
Shout out him.
and he was doing some shopping, and I ran into him, and we started talking. And I said, "Can I ask you a couple questions and just keep it 100 with me?" Is Bill Belichick the same person behind the camera as he is in front of the camera? And without even hesitating, he said, "Yo, he's a tough son of a bitch." Like, for example, the example he gave me was, it could be Thanksgiving, and you're walking down the hall, and you could run into him at the facility and say, "Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Bill." And he would look at you and be like, "Where the fuck's your playbook?" Don't give a fuck about no Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Where's your playbook?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? And when he told me, I said, that shit is wild. I'm not making, this is
Yeah.
I might even have it in my phone. We were chopping it up for a little bit. And I asked him about Gronk. I said, is Gronk fucking really like special ed? Is he just Is he just gone?
It's the fucking meathead.
And he said that Gronkowski is the smartest football player he's ever been around and knows the playbook front to back, back to front, and upside down.
That makes sense.
More than anybody on the team. He said when it comes to football, he's the smartest football player he's ever met. Other than that, he's a dun-dun-dun. You know what I mean? But he kept it real, and he was
absolutely.
just like, so I think, those kind of things are kind of cool. But Belichick, if he came to the Cowboys, all that fucking landing on the 50-yard line with helicopters.
That's just dumb.
All the shit.
What
Like,
the
just everything that they do, the halftime
Trying to
shows,
fucking coach
the
a game. You got this fucking
extravaganza.
helicopter in the middle of the field.
Do you want me to coach or not?
Right. But we're all human, though, right?
Yeah.
Bill Belichick could be sitting at home and really be missing football, though.
Oh, 100%.
And he could be like, you know what?
New York has a vacancy.
I'm seeing the game from a different view. So he might be like, what? I could tone it back a little bit. I could learn how to deal with these younger
Compromise.
players. Because sometimes you need to take a step back
Just
to
to
take
see
a few
what the-
forward. Yeah, watching the game from a different angle is
Zoom
kind of
out real
cool.
quick,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like when I coach sometimes, you know what I mean? And when I'm on the sideline, go sit in the stands at the top in the bleachers and watch how different the game looks.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Like, you can see everything is completely different.
Yeah.
You can see how people move, how they adjust. And I think that if he really wants to coach, I think Jerry will give him the job. If he's like, you know what, I'll deal with it. I don't want to be home no more.
Yeah.
Bill looks like the kind of guy who doesn't want to die on his couch.
Yeah,
He wants to die on the
He
sideline.
ain't trying to do all that social media shit.
You know
that
what I
he
mean?
gotta do.
So it's a possibility, but I think if what's that fucker's name? Our head coach, McCarthy.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do his job this year,
Oh, like
no matter whose fault it is, if you ain't winning, it's all about what have you done for me lately.
yeah.
Facts. Absolutely.
That's it. In life in general, it's what have you done for me lately? And if they don't make the playoffs, bro, he's out of here. He's a ham sandwich.
But, yeah.
Wasn't Parcells the Cowboys coach?
Parcells was a Cowboys coach.
So Belichick supposedly is very similar to Parcells. If Parcells and Jerry Jones worked back then, I think they can work now.
They didn't work long term. It worked for a couple years.
Give me a couple years,
I
see if
think
you
they
do
were
it.
together like 3 years, something like that. Parcells, but
It's
you got to be able to reach these kids, man. I think we forget
thing.
when we look at these football players that we think are men.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're young men. They are men. I'm not going to discredit that. But mentally, a lot of them have been so trained to be athlete, school,
yeah,
school,
yeah,
athlete. There's no outside life. So some of these dudes, when they get money, they don't know how to act.
so, yeah, absolutely.
You know, so they do stupid shit. They speed, they drive fast cars, they crash, they party, they buy guns, they do all this shit. You guys watch enough ESPN and the news to know that, you understand what I'm saying. Does Bill Belichick want to deal with that shit? You have to be able to be somewhat, in this day and age, a player's coach. And if you think you're just going to refer to Bill Parcells, never referred to Terrell Owens as Terrell Owens. He always referred to him as the player. When he was talking about him, watch his interviews.
Yeah, it's true.
The player had a good practice today. The player is, I'm not concerned about what the player is doing. He never called him by his name because he didn't respect him.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, dude, you're just a player, bro. You're not T.O. to me. You're just a player. So that's what he let him know every day, every chance he had. You're just a player. All that ego shit's out the window. Mm-hmm. And that's why that shit didn't work there either.
That's also the Bill Belichick way.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a coin flip. You want to win? You got to get a coach in there. But if you're not reaching the players as a leader, you know what I mean? Like the Jets coach that just got fired.
It's Robert Salah or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
In my opinion, really, 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 really good defensive coach.
Yeah.
Really good
I
defensive
didn't think it was
coach.
too bad.
He was the best out of the last three coaches that just had.
But he's not a head coach.
Yeah, some people.
You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
people know how to be a defensive coach. Some people know how to be an offensive coach. But to be a head coach, you players and these young men need to be able to relate to you. And as I get older too, I teach my kids when they're looking at the team, this guy sucks. Bro, that kid's like maybe like 4 years older than you. He's not a grown man. These people put on these helmets and these pads and they become men. Like they're like costumes. They like we forget that some of these kids are 20 years old.
I can imagine getting a bag like that at 20.
You know what I mean? Like
I'd fuck it up right away.
fuck it up right away.
I believe you.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do. You get the minimum contract as a rookie, right? When you just make the team. When you're not like the number one pick.
Yeah.
You gotta remember your agents. This is like a breakdown of all that money. Bro, you buy your mama house, that's it, bro. That's not your mom's house. That's gonna be your house too. You buy your mama house, congratulations. But you live there too.
Yeah.
You know? And if these people are not smart with their money, that's what's gonna end up happening is everybody's just gonna go broke.
Man, a top 5 pick gets a guaranteed 28 to 30 mil off the rip.
You'll be surprised how motherfuckers blow that shit.
Yeah. I'm like,
Well, I take another sip of my decoded water. I think it's time for you to give us a decoded update.
What do you guys want to know?
Been going on the last few months. It's been a while. I've seen, from just my view, I've seen a couple fashion shows. I've seen a couple new things. I even bought a little merchandise myself.
It look nice.
You know what I mean?
It look nice.
You didn't know that?
I didn't notice it.
You didn't notice it?
No, but I knew it from. I seen the shirt before, but today I noticed everybody else's except his for some reason.
That's, all right, cool.
Because mine's fancy, you know? It look nice.
That's new.
Right? It feel nice. Good material.
Yeah, it looks.
Damn, that's
I like this.
Egyptian silk. What's that?
It was import right here.
Yeah. So I mean, we got a lot of things going on. I honestly, I'm just trying to stay. I'm trying to stay active. I'm trying to stay busy, but I'm not trying to go over my means. You know what I mean? This is a vicious game, and if you're not paying attention, if you're not on point, you will go broke. You will go broke. And the best way I can put it is, I'm sure you guys have a lot of friends on social media, and out of all those friends, you probably have like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 that wanted to start a clothing brand, and they probably do like a shirt, and then they put it out, and then you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh shit. And then you have all these excuses.
Of course.
It's hard. I've wanted to quit over the last almost 4 years now. I've wanted to quit almost every day. Every day. Like, it's not, and this is just real talk, right? This is real talk. It's so consuming and it's so hard that you almost have to take yourself out of who you are and become somebody else. You got to play this role for social media. You have to present yourself as something that's fictitious, something that is believable, something like a Disney character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have these people look at you and they're like, "Oh my God, I want his life, and you have this, and you probably have money, and you have the." I'm fucking broke, and that's what you guys don't understand. Is a lot of people don't understand. Like, I do what I can for content. I try to give people the best vision of the brand that I can, and sometimes it's just hard because I feel like we live in a place where people don't really care to get dressed, and I'm learning that. Massachusetts is not a place where people really care to get dressed. Do you have people who like clothes? Yeah. Do you have people that will spend $300 on a Gucci belt? Yeah. But they don't really like to dress every day. Best example I can give you is go to the mall and just watch people and see what they're wearing.
All comfortable. And shit.
Yeah, like, and that's
cozy living,
No
baby.
slides. Fucking.
that's where the world is
Cozy.
going, though. Is we want to be comfortable. It's kind of sad, but if you ever watched the movie WALL-E,
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they break down how these fat people in the spaceships.
It's disgusting.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But there's a message. There's a hidden message in that movie. Well, it's not really hidden, but there's a message in that movie where it's telling us that we're just gonna be so lazy.
Become consumers.
You know what I mean? And everything is right here.
Yeah.
We don't have to get up to go to the store no more. Bought it.
Yeah.
Everything's right here. Food. Got it. I don't feel like driving. Got an Uber. We've just become so lazy as people.
Yeah.
And in being lazy as people, we dress different. A lot of people don't even get up in the fucking morning and make their bed. They don't even make their bed. Some people don't even brush their teeth. Some people don't even do their hair. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
And I'm seeing that my business suffers from just being in a place where people don't really care to get dressed. You know what I mean? And it's my job to sell this dream, right? To make people believe like, oh, I could look like that? Yes, motherfucker, you can. Get up in the morning and make your bed. And then when you're done from there, go to the bathroom and brush your teeth. And then fucking be a man and fucking pull your pants up and go to work or bring your kids to school. We're falling behind, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we're in trouble. Like, I sit there and I think to myself, like, maybe I shouldn't even be worried about the business. Maybe I should take my time and my talent and just focus more on my kids. I feel like I feel like I've been a bad father.
Nah, man.
Nah.
I feel like I've been a bad father because I spend so much time I'm sorry, guys.
Nah, you good,
bro.
I spend so much time trying to, again, build something. And in that time, sometimes I'm away from my kids. And I see as my oldest son gets older, it affects him. And in no way, shape, or form am I an absent father.
Yeah.
Because that's not the case. But I spend so much time doing this shit, and then not to get the credit or to get the notoriety that I feel like I deserve, I take away from them. And it bothers me. Sometimes I don't sleep at night because I think, oh, I have this, that. And sometimes I miss my kids, soccer games. My oldest is playing soccer. But I do have to catch myself and understand that I'm doing this to give them the life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have to be able to leave something behind for them.
For sure. It's a sacrifice. It's like men got to go out and hunt. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
And then, of course, like, oh, where's dad? He's out hunting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, from the beginning of time, it's always been like a sacrifice that I feel like even men just have to make to bring bread to the table, bring something leave something behind, a legacy.
No, we definitely want to show our kids that, it's okay to make an honest living.
Yeah.
It's okay to lace our boots up. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Like this place has been built on men who get up and go to work, and most of them have shit lives, but they fucking do it anyways. Nobody cares. Work harder, right? Mm-hmm. And I tell my kids, like, Dad is doing this so we have everything we need. We have everything we want. And it just kills me because I love my boys so much that it is hard. It is hard for me. And I told my son the other day, we were having a conversation, and he goes, Dad, like, what if I can't make money? What if I have a hard time making money? And I said, well, son, if Dad does what I have to do, those are things that you shouldn't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You should always have a backup plan. But if Dad can build what he's trying to build and have a solid foundation, you and your brother will have nothing to worry about except providing for your families as you get older. Focus on school for right now. Focus on getting the best education you can get. Focus on getting the job that you want. Because when I'm gone, you got to learn now, because I'm not going to live forever. You know what I mean? And I just want the best for them. And I'm sorry to be like this.
Don't apologize.
But it's been a long time coming. I don't have a team. I don't have a group of people I could talk to. So these are things that I do think about, and it's a lot of long drives with the radio off, and I just kind of talk to myself. And don't get me wrong, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that too. You know what I mean? But just something about when I talk about my kids, it's just not a game to me. It's not funny. It's not. I love my boys, and I want the best for them. And when I struggle with the business, or when I'm struggling with the union, because I do work in the union, I'm a laborer, and times are slow right now because of politics with them. So when I'm struggling, I sit back and I feel like I'm failing. I'm not doing my job. I don't feel like a fucking man right now. I feel like a fucking bum. And I hate that fucking feeling.
Yeah.
And sometimes I daydream. How far are you willing to go to get that bag? And the things that I think about it's scary. Because I'm willing to go pretty fucking far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because I don't care about me. I don't. I want my kids to be set. And I don't want them to ever look at me and feel like you tried, but you just fell short. You know what I mean? I don't want to say I almost was there, because we all know 99 cents is never a dollar. And it'll never be. And, I just want them to be proud of their dad, and to know that, I do this for them, even though they're the ones that are taking the biggest hit. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that time will never get back. If I'm gone a day, 2 days, I'll never get that back. You know what I mean? And then if I fail on top of that, it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
And I can't afford. It's not an option to lose. I can't lose. I'm too deep in the game.
Yeah.
I'm too driven. I'm too focused. I want it more than I want to breathe. But not because I want the cameras, the lights, and to live the celebrity lifestyle. I know half these motherfuckers on here don't give a fuck about me. And to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck about them. You know what I mean? And that's just real talk. I'm never gonna act like, oh, buy Decoded. Nah, you don't give a fuck about me or my kids. You're not asking about my kids and how they're doing. I don't give a fuck about you either. That's my number one priority, are my boys. And it's just, like I said, guys, it's been a long time coming, and wanting to have these kind of conversations, and to just...
Well, we're glad that you can come in here, and just obviously the passion you have for what you're doing oozes out of you every time you say anything on this podcast. So we appreciate you coming here. And
no, for sure.
Definitely.
Your vision is, you make some great content. Not even just social media. I'm not talking, I mean your product is some great quality. So I would say just keep on going, man. Because there's a lot of people that, like you said, come into this game, and we see a lot of different brands come around. But this one is this one's official. When I see it, what you present to the world is it's like no different than any of these bigger brands, you know? So it's like,
Especially like, look at the hat you're wearing, bro. Like, I think one by one we walked in here and we're just like, yo, that shit's crazy. And you kind of told us you had there's a little backstory with that hat. If you wanted to get into the hat.
So, the story with the hat, real quick, is you guys like Nipsey Hussle?
yeah, for sure.
All right. For example, when I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was a big Nipsey fan and that I listened to his music, but when somebody like him passed away, when Pop Smoke passed away, Juice World, a lot of these artists, and I can't sit here and say that I listen to their music. I just got to keep saying that because this is the truth. When they would pass, people would be on social media calling these people the GOAT. Give these men their flowers. Give these men their flowers. This guy was the GOAT. This guy. Why do we have to wait until they died?
For real.
I just never understood that. You have my number. You have my number. You have my social media. You could reach out to me and tell me whatever you want to tell me. You don't have to wait until I'm dead.
Yeah.
So what the hat represents is the D with the halo is me, and I'm handing out a rose. And these are my extras that, on this side, that we're not going to wait for people to pass or for something bad to happen to somebody for us to give people their flowers. We do it now while we're here and while they're alive and while they can appreciate somebody coming to them and saying, I appreciate you. Thank you for whatever it is that you do. Whether you're a chef, a janitor, a CEO of a company, an artist, podcast guys, fathers, whatever it is. Thank you. And then the crown, well, you know, because I'm the fucking king. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And it just gave it a little bit, you know, some pizzazz, if you will. But it's the hat is, you know, giving people their flowers now instead of waiting. So in my imaginary world, like you said, when you walked in, we all complimented the hat. Mm-hmm. And in my world, it's no, you got a flower from my hat. You notice the hat, but you got a flower from it. Not a physical flower, but an appreciation to thank you for having me on your show. Or when I'm walking down in Market Basket and so I really like that hat. Right back at you. I really like your outfit. You know, it's okay to compliment people. It's okay to talk to people and tell them, hey, you know what? You got a wedding ring on, right?
I do. Yep.
So you married.
Yep.
You're a great husband. When's the last time you've heard that?
Been a while.
Right?
Honestly, been a
Damn
while.
it.
It's been a while, right?
I need to send a text real quick.
Right?
But why?
The hell's going on?
Right? Why? You have kids?
Yes. I got two kids.
2 boys?
1 boy, 1 girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys have kids?
Got one son.
When's the last time somebody said, you're a great fucking dad?
Wow. All right.
But in the world that we live in, we could hope that that's going to happen. But it's probably not going to happen. Because nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
I give a fuck. You know what I mean? I truly do. You know what I mean? I've never had a problem telling somebody, yo, you're a hard worker, dude. Yo, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Get busy.
Yeah.
It's not easy being a husband. It's not easy being a father. But it's also not a job. It's our responsibility.
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. Me personally, I feel like I was put here on this earth not to be a designer, not to do clothing, not to talk on podcasts. I believe I was put on this earth by God to be a father, That's been my job. That's what I'm good at. I'm not good at anything else. I'm good at being a father.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Definitely. Cheers to that.
Yeah,
I don't have
for
any,
sure.
I don't have anything in my cup, but some Dakota water makes sense too, you know?
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
When my fans are like, this nigga was not drinking. Mind your business.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like the pride of men.
Yeah.
Niggas don't want to big anybody up. Like they won't even send a happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much pride to send a like your happy birthday, my boy. It's not like little shit like that. So it's like,
And I was speaking to the fans of our podcast. If you remember the last time we had this man on, I was just talking about an image online. I'm like, yo, this jacket is one of the flyest shits I ever seen.
oh yeah,
This man happened to actually bring the physical jacket with us.
oh the biker jacket.
You want to wear it?
Put that jacket on, Bell.
Nice.
Good Lord.
Put that biker jacket on. Let's see.
Biker Boys.
Yeah, man.
Great movie.
With the
Yo,
pads.
Michael.
That was an amazing movie.
Look at that. We
Hell
speak
yeah.
in one episode and it comes to life the next time.
It feel right too.
Does feel right. This is.
You need yourself
You are a
bike
talented.
now.
You are a
yourself a
talented.
bike now.
Huh?
You need yourself a bike.
Nah,
now.
Nah. We
I can
old.
look like a biker.
We
With the
old.
helmet on.
We old. We got kids.
Like Cat Williams says, if you ride, you gon' fall.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And
You
I'm
ride, you gon'
not
die.
falling. All right, for people, for consumers of Decoded, like we are as well, and what could they look forward to coming up?
So hopefully, I want to do more of like the Culture Day stuff.
Yes, actually speak about that because we obviously shout out to my boy Gabi.
Yeah. hell yeah.
I just got into the vending part of like this whole journey. Decoded Sports. We're gonna do more events. We're gonna be working with more kids. We're
Awesome.
gonna be holding tournaments, flag football tournaments.
Okay.
We're gonna be holding camps. Let me give a shout out to House of Athletes. They're like Brendan over there at House. He's the owner of House of Athletes. In a short period of time, we've become really close. He's like a brother. He's given me pretty much like full reign to kind of do whatever it is that we need to do to bring kids and community together. And his platform is so big, and they have already achieved with what they're doing. So we're gonna be having like tournaments, leagues, camps, with our Decoded sports staff, my sponsors, like people that I sponsor. I mean. So you'll have like Deuce Jennings, who's a professional flag football player, if you will, for the Boston Brigade. We'll have Money Mel, Eli. These guys will be working with these kids, you know what I mean? Because I believe that if you're going to learn something, you learn from the best, not just people putting their friends in positions so they could save money. You know what I mean? I think that shit's like super corny to me. You know what I mean? I get everybody wants to save $1, but if you're going to be holding these football camps or football leagues and you're charging all this amount of money, give the people, give back to the people. You know, sometimes a ring that you buy, you know, 2,000 of them for fucking 75 cents is not enough. You know what I mean? We got to be able to give back to these kids. Nobody wants to spend $300, $400, $500, $600 to join a league and not get anything back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody wants to pay for these expensive football camps and not get anything back. We need to be able to give as much as we take. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's one hand washes the other, and we both wash face. So hopefully House of Athletes and Decoded Sports will come together, and we're going to be holding some camps, doing some football tournaments for kids, and hopefully that turns into like doing more things with adults. Going back to Culture Day.
Yeah.
Culture Day was cool because that was one of those experiences where I didn't know what to expect. I've never done anything like that before. So there's a lot of people, you know, a lot of moving parts. and a lot of competition. A lot of competition. I want to do more of those things, but finding them, I feel like, is the hard part.
Yeah.
Or finding good ones is tough. You know what I mean? Because not everybody's really doing them all the time. But that whole situation was kind of cool because I ended up meeting some people who invited me to go to Worcester to a car show.
Okay.
And that, I don't know if you guys remember that saying, small doors open to big rooms.
Yep.
That was one of those situations where I went to this car show and I didn't make any sales. I don't think I made one sale that day. I was there for like 8 hours. But that was okay.
Yeah.
Because I met La Tienda.
Yep. Shout out Gabi.
Shout out Gabi. Hell yeah.
And he ended up setting up right next to us. We were just having a regular conversation. He said, hey, you were at Culture Day in Boston? I said, yeah, I was. He said, yeah, so was I. We started talking. And next thing you know, hopefully we kind of have like that verbal agreement that we will be working together and that you will be able to get Decoded clothing in La Tienda at some point in time. We still have to sit down at the round table and go over a lot of things, but that's something that people can look forward to.
That's dope.
Fragile Materials, Salem, New Hampshire. We end up taking things out of their store, but to only revamp to put new things into their store. So if anybody has gone over there and they haven't seen our brand, it's only because we're getting ready to put new things in there because
Right.
I feel like the stuff has been in there for a little while. It's kind of dated and it's probably going to go on sale somewhere else. And then a buddy of mine named City has opened up a store called Red Carpet in Lowell. They kind of have the mindset, and what they're trying to do is kind of like La Tienda, where they're doing local brands. They don't really care for big companies and stuff, things of that nature. So they're doing local brands. There's a buddy of mine that used to shop with us back in Currency days. And so I'm going to be giving him a hand with opening his store, and we'll be able to put some Decoded things in his store as well. So you'll be able to go to Red Carpet in Lowell, and you'll be able to get some Decoded gear in there, and also a lot of the local artists too. And people are actually doing some cool things right now that I'm kind of impressed by, and it's nice to be impressed because, and then it motivates me a little bit more. 'Cause sometimes I do sit back and I'm like, nobody's really kind of giving me that itch to want to do anything.
That kind of like inspiration.
Yeah, and it's hard to find inspiration. Like, I don't know if you guys seen, I did some custom soccer cleats for my son.
I seen that. Yeah, it was a nice.
A lot of people give me shit. And they're like, yo, why are you always talking about Nike? Fuck Nike. I've said it before. Now, does it mean that I really mean fuck them? No. Because I like Nike and I still wear Nike. It's more or less like, if I'm going to go after somebody, or if I'm going to set my bar high, if I have these aspirations, if I want to go somewhere, I got to go at the GOAT.
Absolutely.
Right?
Shoot up.
So, I mean, you can call me, I'm only delusional, I'm only crazy to people until it works.
Yeah.
Right? And then when it works, it's like a football coach going back to sports, right? If Bill Belichick goes for it on 4th and 1 and he gets it, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Bill does it again.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get it, Boston Herald. Yeah. Do the Pats fire Bill Belichick?
Yeah. Bonehead play on 4th down.
He cost him the play. So you're never going to make everybody happy. But for me, I don't have a problem with saying fuck Nike. And that's why inside the cleat, inside the sole, it said, I don't know if you got to see it.
I didn't see the inside, no.
It said fuck Nike.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And it's more of just for fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
But at the same time,
Because how long they gonna be on top? Come on now. Move on over, old man.
Yeah, he just got that.
Yeah.
But at the same
move
time-
on over, old man. It's time for the new brand.
you know,
Coming.
at the same time, it's It's fuck Nike.
First of all,
People love that shit.
love this logo. I never seen this. Oh yeah, fuck Nike.
I feel like there was something you, not to get like off topic on
No,
that.
go ahead.
But something that I was trying to find it, and maybe it was on your story. Did you like if you dropped a new, like you released a new season of
Was it sweatsuits?
I think I think so.
Okay, yep.
Those were fire. I was like, I need to get me some of those.
So the thing with sweatsuits, and again, going back to people want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's my job to allow people to be comfortable,
Yeah.
but let's make them look good being comfortable.
Yeah.
So I feel like with sweatsuits, you don't need to really do too much.
Yeah.
I feel like if the fit is right, if the color is right, something that you can wear anything on your feet with,
Yeah.
you should be good. You know what I
for the
mean?
I like simple. Like,
Yeah, simple. A lot of people like simple.
That sweater right there.
So
that'd probably be one of my favorites.
even
if I wore it.
even with this, right? And it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. That the idea, the inspiration behind it came from Essentials.
Yeah.
Now, do I think Essentials is going to be around with these hoodies in the next 2, 3, 4 years? Absolutely not.
Right.
Why is that? It's because there's so many bootlegs of them, right? I know bitches wearing Essential hoodies, $250, $175 for a hoodie, but her mattress is on the floor. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you got money for that? But there's a lot of bootlegs, so they're being flooded.
Yeah.
So when I did this, was just more of a play on having fun with the brand because we were inspired by them. You know what I mean? But the Decoded dealer story has been taken off for me. People like the Decoded dealer theme.
Yeah.
You know, my plan is to tell a story with the Decoded dealer theme, and it's kind of like, you know, when you were younger, you would go to somebody's basement window and they'd probably sell you a dimmy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That was me in the beginning. I'm in that basement window like, you need
We need.
go. I feel like I've graduated a little bit from there though.
Right.
And now I could say with confidence, I feel like I'm moving bricks.
Yeah.
Right? So with those moving bricks, my packaging, when you buy a hoodie, when I drop this Decoded dealer story, when you buy a hoodie, it will come packaged like a brick. And the way you open that package is you will get
You got a knife.
a card, like a credit card that has an edge on it. With the printing on the card will have like substance, like a look of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can use the card to open the package. I'm telling that story.
Yeah.
That's where we're going with that.
That dope.
So, but it's just more or less like when people get it, it's the attention to detail that's going to go into this
Presentation,
kind of stuff.
definitely.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like the Ace of Spade coming in that big, the gold bottle in the box. It's a presentation.
It's crazy, right? Or when Jordan released his shoes in a suitcase.
Yeah.
A metal suitcase.
yeah,
Was
yeah.
it the 23s?
I don't remember which one. but-
I'm not sure. Don't
think it was
quote me on
23.
that because I know people will probably eat me alive for saying some shit like that.
You know it's the 15th.
Or the 17th or something. You know what I mean? But you know, so we want to do something like that, you know. And then hopefully the Decoded dealer story, as I grow, it grows. And maybe at one point you buy a shirt and it comes with a Ferrari keychain because
Yeah, I like
Daddy
that.
got a Ferrari. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, we'll see where it goes. But just like every Blow, Scarface, like I said earlier, we get to a certain level. And once we hit the top, there's only one place to go. And I know with the clothing brand business, it doesn't last forever. So while I'm here, I need to strike when I can. I need to make as much as I can, and I need to be able to leave something behind for my kids
Legacy.
because my kids can grow up and be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to be an architect. I want to sell drugs. Nobody fucking knows. You know what I mean? But I have to have it laid out. I have a plan, and that's where we're at right now. I want to be able to do, again, more of the vending. And I think I enjoy, for somebody who really doesn't even like people like that, I enjoy the networking. I know that sounds contradicting and backwards as all hell.
I feel it. I understand.
But sometimes I'm just like, I don't really care to go out of my way to talk to people. But when I'm in that setting, I'm comfortable. I want to make sales. Yeah, I like making sales. I'm a sales guy. You know what I mean? And I enjoy doing that. So I want to do more vending shows. Going back to what you said about the content.
Yeah.
So Sean Garcia, who's my camera guy, he's the one who does all my pictures. He's the one who does all the video content. And he does it in like a fucking day, not even. We take pictures, we go somewhere, and literally a couple hours later, I already got content to my phone. Hey, just post this for a little bit and give people a taste. And he's on point. He's getting better. You know what I mean? I want to do more ads.
Okay.
I want to do like more like commercials. I don't just want to do pictures anymore. Pictures are cool, but it's really hard to get somebody to take a picture in something and then send it to you or tag you in it. And then if you don't follow those people back from my business page, because I try to keep that to a minimum, that a lot of people probably do wear it and they tag me, but I don't get it because I don't follow them. You know what I mean? So that's something that I want to work on too, though, is making sure that we follow as many people as we can. But Sean is definitely doing a great job with that. And again, I want to do more. I want to do more ads. I want to do more commercials. I want to do more storytelling. You know what I mean? I want people to be able to feel it. I want people to be like, did you guys see the commercial we did with the newspaper where we walk and we bump each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, and it's not enough to just watch it once. You gotta watch it like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, oh shit, what did the newspaper say? You gotta watch it again. Oh, I missed that. Oh, and what that does though is gets more views. You know what I mean? Because the same person's watching it 6 fucking times because they're trying to figure out what did I just miss. So that kind of goes back to the name itself and decoding things and telling a story you know what I mean? And I want to be more active in doing that, but I also don't want to be the guy in all the videos. I don't want to be doing that anymore, really, because once you see enough of me, you start to feel like, does anybody buy that shit? You know what I mean?
It's only him wearing that kind of shit.
But the problem is that I can't send people to do a job for me who don't have my vision. You know what I mean? It's really hard. It's super hard. It's super frustrating. Then you get people who are just nervous or they just don't see it. You know what I mean? And when they're supposed to be in a part, you're supposed to own that shit. You know what I mean? Like, play that motherfucking role like nobody else can. And some people don't, because they're not invested. So when I do shit like this, like, I take it serious. I don't give a fuck. We shoot the same scene fucking 20 times. Nobody ever buys the first house they look at. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
true.
I want to shoot it as much as we can, and tell these stories. I don't want to just do pictures. I don't want to just do, stories that last 24 hours. I want to tell stories. That's what I want to do. And it just sucks because the attention span is what? Fucking
2 seconds.
Getting smaller and
7
smaller
seconds
every,
now.
every year.
And it's funny because I watch my Insight, and it'll tell me the average person watched that for about 7 to 12 seconds. Some of these videos are fucking 60 seconds, 30 seconds. It's like, wow, they didn't even watch the end of it. That's also disappointing because it's like, no, motherfucker, I worked really hard for this shit. You need to fucking watch this shit. You might fucking learn something.
Right.
So it's frustrating, but I want to go more into the storytelling. And I didn't want to talk about this real quick. I didn't want to talk about it, but it's something that's probably going to end up happening where I'm going to end up shooting my own like YouTube series.
Okay.
We're going to do a show.
Awesome.
Kind of like inspired like by The Wire.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's something we want to do. And the cool part about it though is every and anything that's or actor that's in the show is wearing the brand.
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing anything outside of the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no reason to.
Absolutely not.
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Right?
Why would you promote something else?
Are they literally Decoded dealers? In the
There's gonna be a
Can I
Decoded,
be a Decoded dealer?
There's-
on the block selling some fucking.
Oh my God! I think that's a role that REG was kind of born to play. I don't know if you can find a better.
Go pop
I
the
was
trunk.
made for this.
On the block selling some fucking Decoded.
I spilled my yak. Oh well.
So we're definitely looking forward to seeing some more Decoded stuff.
Nah, I don't see it.
All right, we have reached my favorite part of the show. The DJ Buffka said a question.
DJ Buffka. DJ Buffka. You are now in the mix with DJ Buffka.
The DJ Buffka said a question is a game we play at the end of every episode. We give you two different choices. You pick one or the other one.
It's either the red pill or the blue pill. Please don't pick no orange or purple. It sounds simple. People mess up all the time.
So the last time we did this, I felt bad after I watched the video. I felt like I made it too long with my answers.
I didn't even notice that.
All right, I felt like I was like, well, technically. So I can make this as entertaining as you'd like me to, or I could just yes or no you.
Or play it by question.
All right.
I feel like we usually elaborate on answers.
All right.
We don't want to. All right.
Usually we get off track.
Blue. All right. Next question. I'm not. You know what I mean?
All right.
All right. First question is always the same. I know you've been here before and you've answered this question already, but we have a rule called the Manny G rule that we unfortunately have to ask you this every time you come back. So first question is always the same. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Nice.
Quick and to the point.
Quick, yeah. I don't think we need to do much elaboration on that one.
right.
Did anybody here ever say LeBron?
There's a lot of people who say LeBron.
Do you say LeBron?
Yeah.
Because the reason why I asked is because he looked at you when you asked.
Oh, I know, yeah.
You know what
All
it
the time.
is? Because even when people pick LeBron here, he kind of stays quiet regardless. I was like, bro, if you're LeBron, wear that shit on your chest, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
First
he's
of all,
quiet. He's
I
like
respect
those people
your
who voted
opinion.
for Trump and didn't want anybody to know. Like, LeBron, you can own that shit. If you going for LeBron, go
I
for it.
respect your opinion. That's it.
I remember
It's your opinion. If you choose this, you choose that. That's it.
show up to a Celtics game with the LeBron jersey.
I did do that one time, and that was the funnest game I ever been to.
That was
Hey,
funny.
Can you just tell me why LeBron? I'm just
Why
curious.
I picked
wanna be
LeBron?
educated. Yeah.
The way I pick LeBron is because I see the game not just as a scorer. He does more for the team, elevates the team around him. Well, Jordan was an assassin, and I respect the fuck out of him being that guy. He didn't need to do the other things.
Okay.
He had Scotty, he had Rodman, he had these people around him to do the rest of it. Now that elevated him to be the guy.
Okay.
Now, for me, I've watched LeBron since he was in high school to where he is now. And what I've seen is he's been consistent and getting everybody around him to do better, be better, and still averaging, 30 points, 28 points, 25 points. It's the longevity, yes, but it's also the fact that it's the details he does on the court. To me, he's more of an all-around player, but I can't fault you for saying that Jordan's a better player because you see the scoring, because you see the accolades at that. I respect that. He is. He's to most people. But for me, I like the whole player rather than just one or two stats. You know?
Pretty good answer.
I hear you.
You're wrong. You're wrong, but it's
I respect your answer.
And I could be wrong.
all different
I think I
lenses.
might be wrong on this, but you'll know. Was it 9 consecutive appearances
The finals?
in the finals for LeBron?
I believe so. If not, Yeah.
Was it 9? Is it
think it
9 or
was.
something like that?
I think it
I
is
just know it's a crazy number.
Yeah, it is a crazy
It was
number.
8 at one point. I'm not sure if it went to 9. I know it was right there.
Okay, let's just even say 8.
Yeah.
Even if it was 5 in a row,
That's fucking
that's
crazy.
fucking nuts, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's it's unheard of. And I'm not saying that he won all of them, but I respect it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I respect it.
Yeah, it's different.
Definitely got
That's
his
why.
own
That's why
I
I respect you
but
guys
it'll
saying
definitely
that,
be Kobe before LeBron.
and I respect that. I know a lot of people would say Kobe
A lot of
over
people
Oh,
those
pick
two
Kobe
options.
over Jordan too. Like
A lot of people.
I respect the different lenses because we all view the game differently
Yeah.
in a way.
I when LeBron did what he did in Cleveland, down 3-1.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, my man, he got his flowers.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I think that was definitely, like, the first time I'm like, fine.
I don't give a fuck what he does after this. He's the man. Like, he definitely is the man now.
That was
You know what I
definitely
mean?
like fine.
But-
I'll give you a flower.
but I'm not a fan of like LeBron controls the room, right? So
Yeah.
if he don't fuck with you and like you could be a teammate, and I see this all the time in sports. As a teammate, he knows he holds the room. He has the power. And if he don't fuck with you, they won't fuck with you. And I don't like that shit. Like, and I've seen LeBron kind of look at people like, you know, you ain't shit, you know, so, and the teammates do that now because they look up to him. Kevin Durant does the same shit. You know what I mean? Kyrie Irving, I felt like did that shit for a little while too. Not so much no more, but I've never liked that. You know what I mean? I feel like Jordan fucked with other people, like, but not his teammates. You know what I mean? In practice, it was, yo, we're going to head up and we're going to bang and we're going to pause. And we're gonna compete in practice, but I felt like he would attack more of the media than he would, like, kind of the way he would treat his teammates. And it's hard for me to give you a good example, but if you ever just kind of paid attention to him sometimes, it's kind of like, he's just like, who's this guy? And I hate that fucking attitude. I really do.
The one I would say for that is, if you don't put in the effort that he believes you should be, I can see immediately like, yeah, I don't fuck with you anymore.
Kobe was definitely like that.
Kobe will punch you in the
He
chest
just
too.
looked down like y'all ain't even worthy to be on the court with me,
Right?
Type shit. Because
like-
I saw you didn't put that work in. You was out.
It's
drinking
all
the
about
other
putting
night.
that work.
Yeah, didn't he go into the locker room
He go,
He told
or after a
everybody,
game or something like
Took
that?
everybody's
Take out the shoes.
yeah, you don't deserve
you don't
it.
deserve these.
See, I don't see LeBron doing that.
Nah, that's a
No.
little wild. Next
maybe
question. Cowboy question. Who's more important to the success of the Cowboys this season? Micah Parsons or CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb. Defense wins championships.
So you mean Micah Parsons.
Oh, did I say CeeDee Lamb? Yeah. I apologize.
I'm confused.
Take this. I'm confused. Take that. I apologize. No, I meant to say Michael Parsons. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, defense wins
Absolutely.
championship. And if they don't, listen, you got to score. You got to put points on the board, but you can't let the other team put points up on the board. It's just that simple. Defense is the only position where you can stop a team or score on a team. Like, you know what I mean? You can do both. You can't do that on offense. You just,
So true.
you know what I mean? You can just score. You can just score. That's all you can do. But on defense, you have two options, either two choices. You know what I mean? You could either stop or score at the same time. So I think he's more important, but mentally, he's all over the fucking place. Like, he's more worried about podcasts, and he's more worried about shit that's irrelevant and hanging out with other people. And
He's still on his
I
second
think
career.
that he's one injury away from the hype dying down, or if he doesn't lock in, you know, he could be like that next Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
He absolutely could be, but
We'll see.
Oh, he's hurt now. Too.
All right. If you could play a position
25.
in the NFL, which one would you play? Running back or linebacker?
linebacker.
I'll pick linebacker too. I want to hit
For the
somebody.
first
I don't want to get hit.
In Madden, I finally picked a linebacker for my which is random. Usually would be like a wide receiver, quarterback, But I had to pick the linebacker this time, get a different perspective.
Josh, I'm interested in who you would pick.
Me personally, if it's not a video game, I'm picking linebacker. If it was my choice, I pick DN. But if a video game situation, I'm always running back.
Josh.
Huh?
It's a no purple pill.
It's not purple. I'm saying I'm playing a linebacker. If my choice was to be DN, like Micah Parsons can play linebacker DN. He's a rusher.
Yeah.
He's both. That's what I would want to do.
Yeah, I like defense. Yeah, I grew up again old school. Mm-hmm. You got to hit a motherfucker in the ear hole and make bubbles come out of his nose.
Neck roll. We got the neck roll over the.
You know what I mean? Defense is just it sets the tone.
Absolutely.
I think in any sport besides fighting,
Okay.
you know, you don't go on the defense in a fight, but if you come out and you punch a motherfucker right in the mouth.
Sets the tone immediately.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, like
he hits hard.
And what I meant as far as the whole fighting thing is in comparisons to defense, where they defend, a fighter's not gonna he's gonna go and throw the first punch. You know what I mean? That probably sounded kind of fucked up, but yeah, you set the tone on defense, and that's it, man. Like.
Hey, you know we know you since from the last episode. You're a big wrestling fan, so I had to drop a wrestling question in here.
Hey.
Better wrestler, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels,
HBK.
or the Hitman Bret Hart?
I want to do the whole song, but no.
The intro.
I ain't doing that.
I was hoping you did it.
I was like, I ain't doing all that.
Mr. Jingles.
That just sound weird. It's just wild.
I think Shawn Michaels is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
He's to me he's the GOAT. He's the best in-ring performer. When it was time for them to be on the mic and act crazy, like he just did everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he had to entertain the crowd like in a goofy way, he can do that. You know what I mean? Like Stone Cold and these guys, and like so he couldn't be goofy like that. You know what I mean? His persona, his character wouldn't allow him to be. You know what I mean? So he was only to that shtick. Like you know what I mean? Like he could do everything. You know what I mean? He could be a comedian. Mm-hmm. He could be serious. He could tell stories in the ring. You know what I mean? And his wrestling was just crazy. He's the best seller. You know what I mean? When you know, if the Undertaker hit him with something, that motherfucker looked like he just
Got
broke
killed.
absolutely 7 different ways. Like, you know what I mean? And he could talk on the mic. You know what I mean? And then the whole faction with DX changed the game too.
Yeah. You know they run the WWE now.
They really do
what I
run.
mean?
They
And they
really
still
run
do
everything.
now,
with it,
like,
yeah.
right? It's like, so
Triple H is the man, and HBK does the, like, I guess
The under like the
and Bret Hart just
D-League.
cries too fucking much.
Yeah, Bret
He
Hart.
cries about everything. Yo, you guys watch the Netflix series with the Vince McMahon?
Not yet. I'm
Yo,
watching
bro.
that next week.
I don't want
So
to
there's a
watch it 'cause
meme
I don't
now.
want-
There's a meme going around, and it's a picture of Vince McMahon and then him underneath, and they're asking Brett a question about Vince McMahon, and he's not even fucking talking about Vince McMahon. And when you watch it, you'll see he's just like, yeah, I think I was the best,
Yeah.
and they're like, what? We
That's not what I asked you,
we
buddy.
didn't even ask you that. But he's just so like, I don't give a fuck what he says. He's still so fucked up over
Getting screwed,
the screw
bro.
job,
Yeah.
but more his brother.
Yeah.
That
And the
still to
Goldberg,
this
too.
day, he's just, no matter what is said or how many handshakes or how much money they probably give him now with those legend contracts and shit. You know, he was just not that long ago, a couple years in AEW, where they did the Owen Hart like tournament, and you got this belt or this trophy in
That's
honor
awesome,
of
bro.
Owen Hart,
Yeah.
and he was over there running with them. And now he was in WWE. He was just in WWE 2 weeks ago.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he came out and they did a whole little thing with him, and I was just like, you see, that dude ain't going. As much as he talks about loyalty, he ain't going to AEW for loyalty. He's going where the money is. Whoever's throwing him that money, like, you know what I mean?
I watched things called Rivals.
Yep.
That's what they have on WWE. And the first episode was HBK and Bret Hart. It's like 45 minutes episode.
Good show. I seen it.
It's dude, I was
Really, really
I
good
was
show.
really good. And you could tell like it was more than just the screw job situation. And it's just like
top two dogs at the
it's just
time.
the respect factor for him,
Yeah.
and that he didn't feel like Sean had any
Hated
respect for him.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean had no respect for him.
Sean was too disrespectful for that.
When he was younger, he was a wild boy.
Yeah, no.
now
but
he's a
Sean
little
will tell you
better.
that too. He was all pilled
Yeah.
out,
Yeah,
coked out.
yeah.
He didn't give a fuck.
It makes sense.
Michaels.
All right, this has been a popular question the last few weeks. I think I know where these guys know where I'm going. French toast or pancakes?
Oh, that's a good one.
See?
That's a good one. because I would say I'm a pancake guy.
Okay.
But if you go to the right spot, some French toast will fuck your life up. Like that, like some good French toast and how it's made.
Yeah.
The thick shit that's kind of like
Country
still
yeah.
like doughy on
Texas
the
toast,
inside.
yeah.
Texas toast,
Like,
bro.
you know what I mean? It all depends, you know what I mean? But some people know how to make pancakes the right way where the edges are like crunchy.
Crispy and soft inside.
With the butter. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Stop.
Now what? I'm gonna.
Hold on, like, you didn't answer. You didn't answer.
He didn't answer. He said pancakes.
You said
Yeah,
pancake?
no, I'm a pancake guy.
Okay.
Now, what I will say for after that, pancakes, waffles, French toast. Put them in order.
You ever been to Vic's Waffle House?
Sounds mad
Tewksbury?
familiar. Nah.
That sounds delicious, though.
Someone definitely-
So, hey, how about we do this? I don't always want to meet like this, as far as just when we're on the show,
Yeah.
right? We all
Get some
know how
waffles.
to reach each other.
Yeah.
Listen, why don't we all go out on me and we'll go to breakfast and we'll go to Vic's Waffle House, and then I'll answer that question.
Deal.
That sounds
Deal.
like a deal.
Big fan.
Yeah, we'll go there and then I'll answer that question.
The Waffle
How the
House.
hell does this end up with Josh getting some waffles?
We all get waffles. We all get
We all get waffles, goddamn it.
But hey, pancakes, waffles, French toast.
That's what I said.
Okay. Waffles number 2. I'm okay with that.
But when you have these waffles, you're gonna be like, oh, I see why.
Yo, we were just watching UFC. Shout out Uneducated Takes, Uneducated MMA. We was at Juan's watching the UFC fights.
Eating
He has
waffles?
Endless waffles, my nigga. He got a new
Oh, you get the waffle maker.
He got the waffle maker.
Did he
That's what
really?
happens.
Bro, I look over this.
I tell you, things that we say on this show end up happening every time. We talked about waffles. Niggas got waffle makers and just
Dude,
went
I was
in.
full off waffles. I look over again. There's still another.
For
plate
anybody
full.
who's ever bought a waffle maker, you are using that shit till it breaks. That's what happens, bro.
And mad crusties.
Yeah. All right, we're
crusty.
done with this.
All right, this one's gonna be a tough question. I don't even know if I know the answer to this. Godfather or Goodfellas?
That's so easy.
Godfather 1, by the way.
Yeah, Godfather 1.
It's Godfather
Trilogy.
is arguably
The best movie of all time.
it's up there with the likes of, in my opinion, The Shawshank Redemption. It's up there with The Godfather 2.
Just not 3.
No, that's such a bad movie.
It is. It should have been.
Waited way too long.
Hey, when people even say that, I was like,
Waited
yo,
way too long to make that movie.
I was chilling. I was like, yo, I'm gonna watch The Godfathers. I have some time. They're like, oh, all 3 of them. I'm like, bro, I don't even acknowledge 3. When I say The Godfathers, I only mean 1 and 2.
You know what I mean? And like a better comparison would have been like, in my opinion, if you said The Godfather or Jaws.
Jaws.
Really?
I actually saw
is
Jaws
still-
recently.
Jaws is still to this day. You got to think about how long ago they made that movie.
Yep.
No CGI.
Yeah.
Everything was like mechanical, like makeup, like by hand.
Crazy.
And that movie, still to this day, when you watch that movie, will make you afraid
Bro,
to go into the water.
bro, last summer, shout out Teddy. He brought me to the movies to watch Jaws. I'm thinking it's a new Jaws movie. It's the original Jaws movie. And I was like,
50th
I ain't
anniversary?
going. Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
And it kind of like remastered like the
Cleaned
how it
it
looked.
up, yep.
Bro, first time I ever watched it.
It's a good movie.
It was a great movie. I was terrified of the water.
I've never seen the Jaws movie.
and the-
Yo, it's
the reason-
good.
The reason why I say this too is because Goodfellas, Casino.
That's what I was gonna say. Goodfellas Casino is the way it is at.
Right? All those kind of like Italian, like, you know what I mean? The Irishman.
I haven't watched Irish.
You know what I mean?
Wow,
you
that's-
could
I heard
tell
mixed
Martin
reviews.
Scorsese
made those movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you have a movie that literally at that time made you want to be Italian.
Yeah.
It made you want to be Michael Corleone. It made
Hell
you
yeah.
want to be in the mafia. It wanted you to have your own mafia.
Yeah.
You wanted to fucking be the man.
gotta stay
Motherfucker
away
come out
from
of
those-
pocket. You know what I mean?
Stay away from those. They boost my.
Send everyone down the wrong path.
Like, fuck, I did that.
So when I think of like Casino, I mean Goodfellas, which is a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Phenomenal.
wrong.
Phenomenal.
I don't think it's worthy.
To be in the same breath as Godfather.
Not as The Godfather. No.
Yeah, I probably agree, honestly.
Not as The Godfather.
All right. A would you rather question. Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Chef, because that goes back to make your own fucking bed. You know, work hard, do your fucking job.
Yep.
I don't know how to cook. Now I can learn just like I learned everything else.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I'm just saying,
Yeah. It's just nutritionally.
chef it up for me if you know what you're doing.
If I had a chef
but
doing my meal preps-
I'll clean up after myself. I'll wash the dishes.
Good. That's a good trade.
bro.
All right. One of these guys has a fight coming up, and God, I hope he fucking wins. Mike Tyson in their prime. Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali.
Both in their prime.
Both in their prime.
So before jail, Muhammad Ali.
Sure, Josh.
Before jail, Mike Tyson.
Exactly. before prison, both of them.
Muhammad Ali.
I was-
And it's close though. But the only thing that I think about is in Muhammad Ali's time, can you just imagine how thin those gloves were?
Yeah.
And you're
And you're
pretty
facing
much
Joe
punching
Frazier.
almost barehanded, right? Almost.
George
You know what I
Foreman.
mean? Those gloves weren't what they are now. No. You know what I mean?
15 rounds.
Right? You know what I mean? Every fight. Right? It wasn't 8 rounds, 6 rounds, 10 rounds.
12.
These motherfuckers were going
15.
deep.
Yeah, 15.
He used to go
And-
even farther.
And he was
People
taking
start dying.
shots. You know what I mean? Parkins
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely affected him.
could be
It-
the shot.
it adds up. It adds
right,
up.
you know what I mean? And, you know, Mike came into the game way later. And I'm not saying that he didn't have the best gloves at that time either, but they were better. And I just don't think that he wouldn't be able to go the distance with Muhammad
Hell no.
Ali. And I don't think that he would be able to.
Knock him
I mean, any fighter has a what is it? A
Puncher's chance. Yeah.
Right. So anything is possible, right? I just feel like he would have a tough time with Muhammad Ali's antics, the shit talking, and it would just. I think he's just too much man at that point. He would take Tyson out of his game. I think Muhammad Ali wins that.
He outsmarts him in some way.
Yeah.
And then like, that press conference would be so lit.
Yeah, imagine them talking shit to each other.
Shit, like his little funny.
Whatever.
You ever see the video of Sonny Liston literally shooting at Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
It's a blank, but yeah.
It's wild though.
He didn't know
too.
that. But like, think about somebody just literally talking that much shit to you. You say, "Fuck, I'm just gonna shoot this motherfucker."
It was at a casino. And at the crap table, he's like, "Pong!" Like, all right. Get back to like, wait. No one's trying to take him out of the fucking
Just
casino.
the fact that,
he had
like,
a gun on
French-
him. It was Muhammad.
Yeah. Oh, they ran. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
he
like
ran.
Sonny Liston pulled like a freaking.
A
He's
gun
like,
on
oh
them.
shit, and he ran.
They ran. Nigga shot at him.
Would have shot
He thought-
Sonny
he thought it
Liston
was
so
real.
quick in 2020.
Oh,
The 20 this year. This
2020. 4 years ago.
2024.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in this day and age, they would have shot that nigga.
4
so-
years ago, he's dead. You
You pull
fucking-
a gun out in
What?
public and you
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he was at a packed casino, and that's
It's a
that's
different
crazy.
time.
Different
It was a
time.
different time back then.
different times. You
All
can
right.
Push it back in his
Play
face
with
when that
the-
happened.
play with toy guns.
Free tacos or free pizza for life?
Free tacos or free pizza. Jeez, that's a tough question.
Have you guys answered these already or no?
No, we heard it
It's
the
always
first
some
time.
surprise. We
Oh,
just wait
really?
for you to like.
Yeah,
Get your
they don't-
answer.
I'm the only person that sees them. They don't
Where
see
you
it.
come up with these?
At top of the dome, baby.
Tacos.
Taco.
Tacos, I just feel like you could have almost every. You get tired of pizza. It's doughy.
No,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, true.
Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean? It's just. I don't get me wrong. I'll fuck up a pie real quick.
All right, what's your ideal pizza? What toppings?
pepperoni, bro.
Hell yeah.
Just a fucking
That's
crunchy
all I need.
pepperoni.
I need some,
Classic.
some
little
more
greasy for
fucking
you, man.
Some deep dish.
No, but like if it's
I like a good deep dish.
If it's a pepperoni
deep dish
pizza
in New York style pizzas are probably like
Detroit style.
Ooh,
Is
I don't
that
even
the
know what
one
that
with
is.
The cheese not on top?
that's just
Yeah, it's like that fucking thick.
Yeah, and the fucking sauce on top.
No sauce
What's that?
on top.
Which one's that one?
What are you talking about? Tripoli's pizza?
Ooh, that's Chicago.
That's Chicago, where the cheese under and the sauce on top.
Nah,
and
no,
it's
I
like,
ain't
what-
heard of that.
That's Detroit.
it's Detroit.
Detroit. No, Detroit.
nigga, he's Detroit.
Maybe it was a Pizza Hut commercial. They thought they was talking about.
he's Detroit.
I think they was talking about the Detroit style. I don't know.
Oh, whatever, nigga.
That's just hilarious.
No, but like if you get like a nice pizza, pepperoni pizza, not too much grease.
That's the problem. Pepperoni.
I know
be
the
mad
pepperoni,
greasy, yo.
but you want the pepperonis nice and crispy.
Yep.
Where they become little cups. You know, little cups.
I feel yo.
That's what yeah, that's how you know an extra cook.
She's gonna be good.
Look like hard nipples.
Yeah, yeah.
Pepperoni
Poking out
nipples.
like some nipples. Like E40 over here,
But
E40
hey,
poking out some
are you
nipples.
putting Frank's Red Hot on that?
Nigga,
Or Sriracha or something?
what,
So
bro?
I'm a big fan.
Y'all
of
nigga
sriracha.
check your blood pressure. You fucking good.
Yeah, no, I love me some hot sauce on my food, man. Even on the
Hot
tacos.
sauce on
You
my
know, it's
burger,
not
baby.
funny.
I don't usually use it for pizza.
One of the questions was gonna be hot sauce or barbecue sauce, but I was like, that's just something different than that. That was gonna be one of the questions. Funny
Since
you
it's
say
in the
that.
air, who was the?
Barbecue
My
sauce.
barbecue sauce. I'm a little bitch about hot sauce.
But I like my spicy barbecue. You know.
I'll do it.
I've-
See, I'll get
I've had a
buffalo
mix.
wings. It's like something spicy, but I'll dip it in blue cheese, so it's not
So
really.
See, I don't
I'm a
like
blue
that.
cheese guy.
I don't like.
Actually, I'm more
I
of a
don't
ranch guy
I
than
don't
a
like
blue cheese
dipping
guy.
I
anything.
like the blue cheese
I don't
even
dip
with my
my
pizza.
sauces into sauces.
too,
Right,
honestly.
I don't mix
I
sauces.
don't. Yeah, I don't dip my sauces into sauces.
Yeah, if it's a buffalo finger,
If you have
Butt finger.
a chicken wing
Yeah.
that's smothered in like sweet rays,
Yeah, that's just getting.
you won't dip that shit in some honey
hell-
mustard too?
hell no.
nah.
Nah, I do.
I wanna
shit
mix
fuck
it.
That, nigga.
Boy,
Hey man, I'm old enough to know my body, and I ain't gonna mix these
I
two.
feel you.
If I want another sauce, I'm getting another wing
Yeah,
with
I'm
another
gonna
sauce.
have two things, like honey barbecue over here and honey mustard over here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking.
But barbecue and buffalo, I like equally.
Oh, yeah.
lemon pepper wings are bomb too though.
Wet.
I like my wings wet.
Extra.
That nigga dips the sauce in the sauce.
Double up.
It's soaked.
Double dip.
All right. Better receiver, T.O. or Randy Moss?
Randy Moss is the GOAT.
There we go.
Terrell Owens, in my opinion, is right behind him, and then Jerry Rice. That's my top three.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
I
T.O. was
thought you
my
were gonna go
favorite.
with T.O.
T.O. was my favorite growing up.
He was
mad
my
at
favorite too, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like Randy growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't. I just, you know what I mean.
That country
and I
accent.
just don't think that I like the Vikings too, though.
Yeah.
Culpepper when they were doing their little thing.
See, I was a good fan
but
of Vikings.
Madden 04.
I regret not appreciating Randy when I had the opportunity to. Now that he's not playing, and I watch all the highlights, and I mean I watched them play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when they played the fucking Cowboys, because we didn't draft them,
Jerry.
that he torched us. One game on Thanksgiving, I
The
think
3
it
touchdown
was.
game.
3 touchdowns,
like
3
3
catches.
catches, yards,
3
300
catches, 3 touchdowns
Three
for
touchdowns.
150.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hold that. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, Christmas.
God
nigga.
damn it.
yeah. So Randy Moss. Moss.
Halloween's creeping up.
Spooky town.
Who would win in a fight?
Oh shit.
Mike Myers or Jason Voorhees?
All right. So everybody has to understand this shit.
Yo, whoa,
Here we
shit just
go.
got serious.
Clear the table.
Everybody gotta understand this shit, bro.
Lay out the fucking
Understand this shit.
blueprints.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, not even an Avenger, could fuck with Michael Myers. Nobody's
I think they
touching
don't
Mike,
die, bro.
Hey, that's how I'm put in a wood chipper.
So
It's supposed to be done.
when you say put him in a wood chipper.
the last
You
movie
guys
they
watch
did it.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. A long time ago.
So if you remember that movie,
Kelly Rowlands.
Freddy was putting the beats on Jason. He was boxing him up and like
Yeah,
he was fucking him up. And then, you
Pissed
know,
me
they
off
got to
a
do
little
these
bit.
things where he wins some and then he wins
Yeah,
some.
I
And
ain't
then
like that shit.
Freddie was fucking him up. And then they did the bullshit, the little distraction piece because the girl or whoever's getting involved and they're trying to run away and
Yeah.
something happened and he cut his head off.
Yeah.
And then he winked at the
At the
camera
end.
at the end with his head in his hand. And it just goes back to, was he dreaming then? Was Jason dreaming? Did that really happen? Jason was getting fucked up. Like he was getting fucked up. You know what I mean? And the backstory with Jason, how he would get to everywhere he was going at the camp, is because he had the underground tunnels. Did you guys ever see that?
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's
Yeah, that's
like
where-
he would
where
be
he
in one
found his
place and
mom.
they had tunnels.
That's where he found his mom's body.
And he would. That's how he would be on one side, and then you know what I mean.
Sneaky motherfucker.
Michael Myers is like, yo, I'm running up in your fucking crib through the front door. What?
Walking, not even running. I'm gonna walk up.
You know
I'll
what I
meet you
mean?
there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and run. I'll meet you there.
Have you seen the Friday the 13th in like 09, whatever the last made it? And where this motherfucker is 6'8" and he runs? Terrifying.
Yeah, Jason running would
was
be terrifying,
terrifying.
bro.
That's a-
Actually, any of these motherfuckers running at you is
So
terrifying.
there's a new movie that just came out, and it's based off of what I think is Jason,
okay.
but it got like a 90 something on Rotten Tomato.
Oh, shit.
They're not saying it's Jason, but it's a
Oh.
movie pretty much based off of Jason. Now they don't really show him, but they show like
What he does and shit.
little things that tell you that it's Jason.
He's getting
it looks
shows
like a
now,
low
too.
budget film, but I guess it's getting like crazy reviews.
You know the name of it all?
I could look it up. And I could find it.
Because I know they're making the show now coming
Oh,
up.
that's cool. They make a show about everything, man.
Yeah, and yeah.
Last but not least, let's say someone give you a dozen tickets to one event, free tickets. WrestleMania or the Super Bowl?
That's a good question. That's a real good question because I think when I go to football games, I don't really watch the fucking games. I'm drinking and I'm fucking like looking at the stadium and like, I'm just kind of like all over the place. When you go to a wrestling show, you're kind of forced to kind of like watch and keep up with the story that you've been watching. You know what I mean? So that I'd probably end up going to wrestling. The kids would probably enjoy that more than the Super Bowl. So I'd probably end up going to wrestling.
I figured. I thought. I was like, he's gonna make the selfless decision.
Is the
Pick it for
Cowboys in the
kids.
Super Bowl?
No.
Absolutely not, man. Come on, bro.
No.
These are hypotheticals, but we're not just talking about make believe now.
Fucking haters.
Not a chance.
You'll make it up.
What kind of dream question is that?
Make a wish. You know what I mean?
To one wrestling event. It was Monday Night Raw.
When we went to when we were kids,
Yeah, bro. And like back then, even a Monday Night Raw or
Takashi retired.
SmackDown.
name is not
those
Takashi.
were
It's
like-
not. What is it?
Rikishi?
No. The Asian dude who spit in your
It's
face.
Takashi.
Taraji.
Not Taraji.
Taraji B. Henson?
Actress? No, I know.
Tajiri?
I know you're talking about, but,
Tajiri?
Yeah, he said Tajiri. That might be Tajiri.
When you
yeah.
spit the, like, it's like
Mist?
but it's like green in your face. Yeah, it was his last. It was his last day.
You said
it was
one
like-
rapper with rainbow hair who snitches somebody. You said
First of all, Takashi is a very common like Asian name.
I know, right?
He just happened to take it.
I was thinking of
ruined it.
6ix9ine real quick.
Yeah,
that
which is not my
motherfucker
fault.
ruined
A
it.
Mexican took it. It's not.
It was
it's
supposed to be
Japanese.
just regular Japanese.
Hey, Takashi, you thought you can just go into DR and fuck shit all around and think we pussy, nigga.
Yeah.
We all looking for you, my nigga. Like
He just signed a $6 million deal.
Oh, DR officials are looking for that motherfucker. Trust me. You forgot to
did
pay
you know
somebody.
the sleeves came off that jacket?
What?
Oh, you got the
Yeah,
vest on that?
now that's it.
Stop
it does.
Stop.
Yeah.
Right there.
With the zippers go.
That's wild.
The zippers.
Yeah, you can show off the guns.
You know,
We gonna keep the guns, you know.
He ain't got no
We gonna
guns.
keep it PG, fella, you
He ain't
know.
got no
Go, you
guns.
on the bike with the arms out.
Show off that
Photo
weird
shoot.
tan.
All right, shout out.
Show off that weird tan.
Yeah.
Man.
Monday Night Raw had Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels,
Woo!
SmackDown. Those were like.
Oh, I was how the fuck we get back
I'm
to
trying
wrestling?
to reach music
I didn't
somebody.
finish. It
No,
was like,
no.
It was like you. It was like a pay-per-view event. Even
Every
though it was
time.
like a regular event. You know what I'm saying?
All right, shout out to
Shout out.
Vibe Entertainment. Shout out to Uneducated Take.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out
Doing
to
great.
Nerd Gods.
Nerd Gods. Hell yeah.
Great work right now.
Yes,
Wrapping
sir.
up. They're on Twitch too now.
Let's
Oh,
go.
shit. Catch them on Twitch.
I'll get on Twitch. I just don't know how to do all that shit, man. I'm old, my guy. I need hire social media people. That's what the fuck I need to do.
Shout out Decoded, you know?
Decoded dealer.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Of course, man.
Always fun to have you here. Any shout outs you want to give before we be out?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's funny because sometimes I get petty, right? Where
I get very
where
petty.
I feel like
They have to argue with me because I get too petty.
You get petty too.
petty, bro.
Yeah,
Especially when it's
sometimes
something like
sometimes
it's
I get petty because I watch a lot of people, and some people out there getting busy, and I feel like I might have done something for somebody. Let me make this clear: when I do something for somebody, I do it because I want to.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm expecting anything back.
Yeah.
But
It'd be nice.
you know what I'm saying?
You know,
and,
you keep
and it's
track
like
of it,
I
you
see
know.
people doing their shows, and or they do little podcasts too, or they got some platform somewhere, and you would think that behind the scenes conversation would lead to maybe a shout out or somebody looking out, and then when that doesn't happen, I kind of get in my petty feelings, and I'm like, word, well then fuck you and the white horse you rode in. And I think to myself, I don't need to shout anybody out, but I'm in a good mood, so let's shout out the Decoded family. Let's shout out Decoded Sports family, Deuce, Roach, Eli, Money Mel. Let's shout out. You know what? I want to give the biggest shout out to somebody, and I think maybe you guys heard of him, Bryce Hill. Bryce Hill is a 9U football player who happens to be my nephew, and he plays for the Lynn Rams. And yeah, hold up, which one is it? This one?
Right
This
there,
one's
straight
the
ahead.
personal one.
It's your camera.
Nobody's touching Bryce Hill. Nobody's
boy.
touching Bryce Hill. Anybody who want to lose money on some one-on-ones, anybody who wants to see what a real football player looks like at this age, and we're talking about team player, we're talking about ability, athleticism, toughness, hands, legs, feet, it doesn't even matter. This dude is the most gifted 9-year-old boy I have ever seen in my life. And I'm willing to bet that he is the greatest 9U football player along the East Coast. And if you don't believe me, watch the film. And if you got somebody better, pull up. Because that dude right there is the youngest dude signed to Decoded Sports. And I know that if everything goes the way we want it to go, the brand is in great hands. I already know that. And I want to say this because I know that it'll be on video. And I believe Bryce will go D1. He will go D1.
You know what that means, right?
I guarantee in high school, he's gonna start. He'll probably get offers in middle school. Listen. When you guys have a chance, I'll send you the links. I'll send you his IG.
We'll post it.
I don't want to gas your head up too big, but the kid is a special talent, and it's not because he's my nephew. He's just different. I've never seen anything like it, and I'm willing. He'll beat any one of us in a foot race. 9 years old. I put money on it.
I believe it.
I'm pretty fast.
I knew Josh would be like,
So shout out to Bryce Hill.
Shout out to Bryce.
Shout out to his
Absolutely.
dad, Steve Hill. He's and his mom, Mindy. They're doing a phenomenal job with him and making sure that the kid's getting his schooling. And he's literally in almost every single sport you could think of. The kid doesn't sleep. So, shout out to him. Shout out to Kevin, Tacky Bar. Shout out to House of Athletes. Shout out to, again, the La Tienda. Shout out to
Gabriel, I know, Gabriel, I owe you an interview, and we'll figure it out. I know.
Yeah, let's get him on the interview and answer your goddamn fucking messages too. Jesus,
Trust me.
Oh, you
I'm
go
related
through
to the motherfucker, and I can barely reach him. Trust me.
Family.
You know,
Busy man. He's Hollywood. He's Hollywood.
shout out to you guys again
Appreciate
for
it.
having me. To my man in the back over there who's
Juan.
running everything. I'm sure it's not easy, and you know, you sit here and you have to listen to this from behind the TV screen. And I appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate you. Definitely.
And again, you know, I always want to make this fun and entertaining, and you know, I want to give you guys like some cool insight on things, and I didn't mean for things to kind of
No, man, it's raw. That's
no.
the way
it's
it ended up going.
It's real.
You know
That's
what I
all
mean?
we want to present here is the real.
But it's just something that had to be said because I feel like there's a misconception of what I do or what I'm doing with people, and I'd never want to be something that I'm not. But people just have to understand that, you know, I'm playing the part.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm no better or no less than anybody else. You know what I mean?
One quick shout out before anything. Shout out Young Soldier Success Group. They
Yes.
sent over a couple bottles.
Shout Dre.
Shout out Dre.
Shout
They sent
out
us-
to you. Appreciate it.
Sending some yak over.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah, the yak is what happened.
Listen, the yak has gotten me plenty of times.
Yeah.
And I've been training with him. He was my old basketball
We're gonna
coach.
bring the cameras down there soon, Dre.
Yeah, for
Also,
sure.
shout out Jemba the Alchemist. You
Absolutely.
did great. I'll shout out my son for getting a hat trick in
3
soccer.
calls, I seen him.
That's crazy.
Your son?
Yeah, he never even touched close to the net for 2 years. I said, if you score, I'll get you an ice cream. But he scores 3. I'm like, dude, are you
Yeah,
serious?
so can I get 3 ice creams?
But what I love about that though, first one, he said, Bob, I get an ice cream. Everybody's cheering. Another one, you get an ice cream. I'm like, me? Next one, get one for my sister. I'm like, this guy's the man.
Yeah, right?
And those are moments that
Yeah.
we'll never forget.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You will never
First
forget.
hat trick.
We'll never forget those things.
Definitely, I forgot last episode. Shout out to my girl Nova Skin. Shout out to her business. I went like 3 years without shouting her out. So.
3 years?
Nah, it was like
It wasn't that long, but
I
yeah,
would've been-
it's been a while.
It's been enough time where I should have. You know
This
what I
time,
mean?
like,
You know what? You know what? Not to kind of keep this going, but going back to the dads and moms and everybody who deserves their flowers. You know, to your kids, you know, Poppy loves you. You know what I mean? And you guys, and you have a son.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And, you know, dad loves you, and, you know, all the hardworking parents and fathers and mothers and, you know, aunts, grandmothers, whoever, big brothers, sisters, all the people, whoever's doing something that's helping people and being productive and staying positive, you know, shout out to all of you guys. You know what I mean? Don't change for anybody. Don't do what's in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there's any time in life where you have to question if you should be doing something, just know you probably shouldn't be. You know, and if I could leave anybody with anything, it would be that. You know what I mean? Follow your heart, and if you have to ask yourself, should I be doing this? You probably shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? Because this will tell you everything.
Absolutely.
I believe in
And on that note, Matt, thank you for coming by as always. This is a pleasure. This will not be your last time here.
Absolutely not.
We'll see where the Cowboys are next time we talk. You know, you never know.
They're good for something.
Yo, that's Matt funny. Before we leave, I know we keep trying to end it, but there was a couple episodes ago where we're just like, you know what? We got into the point. Me and Seth was like, I think I'm kind of rooting for these motherfuckers,
Right?
like, just
do something.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Hey,
Do something.
you see, that's the effect of America's team, right? They're starting to transition. Like it like sucks you in even when
Nah,
you
it's
don't
like
want to.
it's like
not like
it's
that.
like the kid in gym class that never wins a race. And then, but you just like by
You
the end
got
of the
this, buddy.
semester, you're like, damn, I kind of want to see this nigga win a race one time.
Hey,
Nigga.
They're gonna lose on Sunday.
Yeah,
Of course.
All right, they're gonna lose on Sunday. But
they beat the Steelers. That was a
the
good
next
win,
time I talk to you guys, especially you two, you'll see yourself being like, "Oh, I want them to score. We'll
see.
And then the excuse would be like, I want them to win for Matt. It was just for
They
Matt.
like that. They like
But
that.
what it really was such a good football game, and maybe the Cowboys were down. You guys seen the Steelers game?
Yeah.
Did you watch it to the end, or did you see the highlights?
Now I watched till halftime and went to bed. To be honest with you.
Okay, so came down to the last like 7,
Yeah.
6 seconds, whatever it was. You can't tell me whether you like them or not.
You weren't
You're
rooting
not
for them.
like, you're not like,
That's a good point.
I want them to score. I watch teams I don't even give a fuck about, but because they march down the field, and I'm like, yo, I want to see some game-winning shit right now.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all right. You want to be a Cowboy fan? Next time I come up here, I'll have some Cowboy gear. Too.
Evan Smith.
Bring that
Evan
in next time. Co-host RG, co-host Sanchez. We'll see y'all next week. I'm Melly Mel. Peace.
Fire.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you're.
Take that. 806 The Show.